You like to be a mixed martial a-hole.
No way.
Oh! Yes, sir. 2 nights in a row. Tuesday night with the MMA-Holes. MMA-Holes. What's going on, friends and family? How's everyone today on a Tuesday night? I know I'm good. I hope you guys are good, and I hope everyone's wonderful, wonderful. This is exciting. It's exciting news. We have a big swole show. We have 3 guests, and we're going to be talking about local MMA. Now, local MMA doesn't get enough play that it deserves. So the MMA holes are here to make things swole and sexy and happy. Because tonight, we are
hanging with the boys.
Thank you, Cody Garbrandt. We're hanging with the boys. We're hanging with the boys on a night celebrating this. Here's the living room. Well, that's my face. Oh, fuck me. Oh, yeah. See, that's my face. That's not supposed to be there. So what we got to do is this. We have to do this. Fuck you, face. Go away. Go away. Go away. We don't want you here. We don't want you here. Go away. The fuck? All right. Bear with me before I fucking throw this thing out the window. Where are you? No, that's not it. The fuck? That's the chat. Oh, this is good. So it's funny, when I went live, I decided to go a little live. The stream just got all funked out and crazy. And that's the Hangouts. What's going on here, you fuck? Oh, this is gonna be great. Start off the show like this. This is the way you start off a show. Bang! Okay. It only took me about 4 hours to get it done, but there it is. Premiere FC. That's what happens when you do a live show. Shit goes awry, goes crazy, and not as swole as it should be, because we're hanging with my balls. I decided to start the stream up, and as soon as I started the stream up, it said on my OBS, I run this off of OBS, it says not connecting. So I had to shut down OBS, start it up again. Who gives a fuck? Here's the living room, and now I gotta fix this fucking thing. Yeah, that's how this is gonna go. This living room is swole and sexy. It's probably the sexiest living room around. It is the MMA Holes living room. And there is Pat Casey. Pat Casey's on tonight. We have Pat Casey in the fucking house. We have Miguel Cuevas. He's in the fucking house. And we have Karen Wesh that's in the fucking house as well. And it is wonderful, wonderful. Now, if you guys are like, who are these guys? Who are these athletes? Well, these athletes are fucking cool people, awesome people, and wonderful, wonderful people. And not only are they wonderful, wonderful people, but they're badasses. And we only have badasses on this show. That's how we do it here. But before we get this party started and swole and sexy, we got 10 more likes. There it is. The dancing man himself, John. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I hope the dislikes die of AIDS. All right. So now that everything's ironed out, let's get this fucking party started. Look in the chat room. Let's see who we got here. Because I know there's a lot of sexy people in this room. Because that's all we do is have sexiness. All right. Jesus Christ. Rajesh. Rajesh Baines. J Money. What's up, J Money? Nightbot's always here. Marlin. What's up, kid? Marlin's in attendance. Max123456 says, knock you, Chris. Uh-oh. Look at this. Coffee tip, dance, coffee tip. Oh my God. Thank you. Frank Pavon has donated to the coffee tip dance. That's right. So here's the thing. You guys can coffee tip dance throughout the whole show and interrupt my interviews. It's going to be great. If you have anything that you would like to get off your chest, well, the coffee tip dance or the super chat, you could actually write whatever you would like and it would read out your question in case I miss it. That's how that goes. Thank you, Frank. You sexy motherfucker. You are awesome and wonderful, wonderful. Tommy Arnold says, get him, Chris. That's right. I get everybody. All right, guys. Stop it. Stop distracting me with your donations and shit. What the fuck is that in the right hand of the screen? The fuck is that? Oh, my God. It's one of them days. All right. Anyway, I don't know. I'm getting distracted. There was something in the side. There's something above. It's freaking me out. I don't know what the hell's up in the corner over there, but it's... All right, whatever. We're going to stay away from the living room. All right, so here we go. Miguel, where are you? Here we go. Now, this was Miguel's last fight. Miguel Cuevas is our first guest. Well, he's our second guest after Carrie Wesh. Check this out. This is Miguel's last fight, and you get a little piece. Premier FC 22. We'll just check it out. Dancing around. Miguel is the guy, the lighter-skinned fella. There they go. Boom! Did you guys fucking see that? Hold on. Ready? Check it out. For the bomb! Oh my God! Holy fuck! There he goes, unloading. Poor victim. Look how quick he gets that back. Hook's going and in. This guy's got no freaking shot. Oh my God. Look at this. Quick work. My man's in a lot of trouble over here. Hook's got in so fucking quick. That left hit so fucking fast. Uncle Fester's like, I gotta stop this fight. He's watching. Miguel is just working that arm in. Oh my goodness gracious. And here we go. My man is in a lot of trouble. Can Miguel finish the fight? Rolls him over. Has the back completely. It's over. Miguel with the win. And if you look a little further down, everyone's celebrating, putting the hand in the air. That's right. Put up the Puerto Rican flag. That's right. Good job. That's right. Miguel Cuevas. And who the hell is that guy interviewing him? Well, we might know who that guy is. Now we go over here. Check this out. Here he is, Pat Casey. Okay, Pat Casey went 5 rounds, a 5-round war. Amateur champ. And check this out. Okay. Real champ right there, but check out that beard. It's nice and swole, huh? 2 of the best beards in the game.
I knew he was a good fighter. I knew he had a good ground game, good takedowns. We got pressure. I seen him in fights before. Go for the takedowns, so I'm being patient. I knew I'm very hard to take down, so I knew if I was smart and I saw the takedown, then
Well said, Pat.
he wasn't gonna have no chance to take me down. So I just got smart.
Now look at this. Grabs the mic, okay? He grabs the mic. Now I'm trying to do the Joe Rogan thing. Like, no, that's my fucking mic. You can't touch that mic. I'm smiling. I'm like, this mic is mine. No, you're not taking it. Yeah. That's my mic. You know, I'm not gonna let go. No, stop. Hey, ho!
Him live in the cage. Unfortunately,
It's Justin Sumter. He just rips the fucking mic out of my hand. He rips it out of my fucking hands. It's insane. No, you can't be seen. Anthony's gonna come over. Great. I'm glad you interrupted the show for that. He rips the mic right out of my fucking hand. The best. It was so fucking funny. I'm trying to do the Joe Rogan. Hold on to the mic. He's like, give me that fucking thing. We'll talk to Pat Casey. Pat Casey is a fucking beast. You have to see the way he enters the cage. There's more video on that. Check older videos after this video. Pat Casey is a fucking animal. That guy is the real deal, man. Really athletic, muscular, strong. The guy could finish you in 2 seconds. He could go a 5-round war. He doesn't give a fuck. Miguel, Pat, and Carrie Wesh will be on tonight on the MMA-Holes. Ripping mics out of my hand all night long. All right, let's see what we got here. Olympia Lowlife says he is tiny. Well, that's because when you stand next to me... No. Jesus Christ says, who is that sexy model reporter? Well, he is wonderful.
Wonderful.
That's right. And we got 10 more likes. Boom! Look at this! 10 more likes! John dances, and we talk.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes.
Look at him prancing around.
10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die
of AIDS. That's right. No one's one person's dying of AIDS, but fook them. Now, Absolute MMA says, was that a Conor wannabe? You know what's funny? I'm going to bring that up to him. He does seem very similar to Conor McGregor. He does seem like he has this similar swag. He doesn't fight exactly the same. He's a brawler, this dude. This guy is a fucking beast. But I did notice that too, Absolute. That's a good point. Did he give it back, or did he take it home with him? He took it home. I didn't. Yeah. Backward says, Jesus, much love, pimp. Olympia Low Life says, where the fuck is Smooth? Where the fuck is Smooth? He'll come, I'm sure. Albertino, the sensational essay. Hola, Miguel. That's right. Hola. Hola, hola, hola. Tommy Arnold says, I will follow you anywhere, bro. Love this fucking show. And Tommy Arnold is...
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. Oh my God. Look at this. Coffee tip dance. Marlon donates $3. Thank you. Thank you, Marlon. And she gives us
Hot.
Hot. Oh, that's the best. Marlon says, hot. Thank you. Appreciate it. Marlon, you're the best. Frank Pavon, you're the best. All the donations are fucking awesome. You guys are great. You guys are what keeps this show flowing and going. And it's wonderful, wonderful. Check out this subscriber count over there. 1,202 subscribers on the MMA-Holes. This is crazy. Tomorrow, we're going to be getting going with our Wednesday show. Our Wednesday show is Sexy and Swole. We're going to be doing a recap of the Ultimate Fighter. And we've got a guest. Oh, there's my face with Justin. Boom! Look who we got here. All right. Marlon, thank you for the tip. But we got Karen Wesh hanging out.
We got a guest.
We got a guest on the MMA-Holes.
We got a guest.
What's up? All right.
We got a guest.
Is everyone singing?
on the
I hope everyone's singing right now because we have a guest. We have the CEO of Premier FC. That's right, the one, the only, Karen Wesh in the Fukin house. Karen, how are you today?
I'm awesome. How are you?
Well, you're supposed to say I am.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's what you're supposed to say.
I am wonderful. I don't want to put it on. It's way too hot in my house.
It's too hot in your house?
I have a wonderful, wonderful sweatshirt.
Oh, yes, you do. You do have a wonderful, wonderful sweatshirt. So, Karen, we haven't seen you in a while, and there was a gentleman in, I think it was in our previous stream, and he's like, you have to get Karen back on the show. You have to. She is just money. She's great. She's a great guest. So what do you think about that?
I love that.
Yeah.
I try to get on. I mean, I try to get on as much as I can, but fighters drive me crazy. So I'm always crazy busy. But I love visiting you guys in your living room.
Karen Wesh is here now. If you guys are now, we have a lot of new faces here, a lot of new people to the MMA Hole. So let me just give a quick backstory. Me and Karen were lovers. No, I mean, whoops. I mean, whoops. My bad.
12. He really knows the move.
Karen Wesh is the CEO of Premier FC. I had the pleasure of working with her. The last event, Premier FC 22, blew my socks off. It was great. The event was flawless, had great fights, met great people. And they have this league that is amateur and pro, and they run a smooth, tight ship over there, Premier FC. Give the people, the new people to the MMA Holes, give a little backstory of Premier FC.
Well, we started in 2010, back when the UFC came here because Massachusetts wasn't sanctioned. So I kind of jumped on the bandwagon then when they were here to learn the rules and regulations. And, I'd been in the business for like 10 years doing different stuff, managing fighters. And I wanted to build a local community. I mean, we're a stepping stone for the UFC, so why not get the best of the best in front of them, So we did this.
And that's what they did. And like I said, they put on a great show. Now, there is an event that's coming up on June 10th, correct?
Yep, June 10th.
June 10th, badass event. I'm going to put it up on the screen for the peeps so they could see it. And they see a gentleman that's coming on the show that's holding his hands up in the air, a champion, and his name is Pat Casey. What are your feelings on this guy, Pat Casey? I hear he's pretty good.
He's incredible, actually. Pat has been around for a while. He's fought for me at 170 as he was growing in his career. Then he went down and fought at 155. Came back, didn't really like that weight cut, came back to 170, and he's actually fighting for the 85-pound title on my next show. So he's kind of weight-wise all over the place, but he wants the welterweight title, and he wants to fight at 185. So he's like, I want that title. So he's going to go for it.
That is an insane story right there, and that's what I want to talk to you about. This gentleman is going up to 185 pounds, fearless, just looking. He just doesn't care. When you called him up and said, hey, do you mind fighting at this weight class? What did he say to you?
It was more like, Karen, I am your welterweight champion, and I want more than one belt. And I mean, if that's what he wants to do, I mean, he's proven himself. He has absolutely proven himself. He's fought at 85. He's fought at 70. He's fought at 55. his hand is raised every time. So, for me to deny him of that would be, it's just not right. I mean, I think he's actually an amateur champion. So for him, I think this is a great opportunity for him to find his comfort zone. And does he want to stay at 85? Does he like the weight cut at 170? 55, I believe, is out of the question. I mean, he was really having a struggle at 55. So I think 70 and maybe 185 is his home. I mean, we'll kind of see after this fight where he is and how does he like fighting. I mean, those guys, 70 to 85, that's a big difference. That's that big jump in weight where, from 55 to 70 even, but 70 to 85, for some reason, that cut is that's a huge difference in size, because those 85ers are usually walking about 200, 205. So fight day, they're pretty big. And I think Pat's small for that, but he's so strong, even at 185, even if he walked at 190, he's just such a strong fighter. I think he could tolerate it pretty well.
And I agree, because I actually felt the strength when he ripped the microphone out of my hands.
I don't want to let that go. What I have on my screen is just you, so I don't even I don't see what you guys see. But I saw that video, and I remember you like holding on to it, like this is mine, like this is toy, and I'm like, no, keep talking, but that's still my microphone. When he was taking it away from you, you were like, oh,
give me that. Just no. All right, it's yours. Fine, it's fine. I'm good. I was laughing so hard about that. I watched it over and over again. I played it in the beginning of this video. It cracks me up every single time, and that's what I get for trying to act like Joe Rogan.
But at the end of the day, okay, fine.
I'll let you have it this time. So how does it feel to have a fighter that's willing to take on any challenge? Just whatever you got, I'll take it. I just want to fight. Having a fighter like that, how does it feel to have a weapon like that in your arsenal of fighters?
Obviously it's awesome to have somebody who's so talented come through the ranks through Premier. The issue becomes nobody wants to fight him. The guys at 170, once he holds that 85-pound title, do they really want to fight him? And even at 170, I mean, he's going through guys, and he stepped out of my league and even fought for another league and did the same thing. So, I feel lucky that he comes back to Premier. I feel lucky that he wants to make that his home. And I'm hoping when he goes pro that he has the same, desire and same drive that he has now. Because this isn't just talent, it's heart and drive. And he's got all three. So he's going somewhere. And I'm proud to say that he's my fighter,
And now Miguel Cuevas is starting off right after you. He's coming on, and this guy was very impressive in his last fight as well. 2 victories, and man, oh man, this last fight. I mean, the way he hit him with that left on the floor, easily sunk that choke in, and it was a wrap. I mean, this guy looks like he's the real deal too. What are your feelings on Miguel?
I didn't really know Miguel. His first fight was with me. So I went and I watched him train a little bit, and I felt like, okay, I felt like I was appropriately matching him. And, his first fight, he went in there and he cleaned house. Second fight, same thing. He's kind of like a Pat. I feel like, he comes in with the 3 majors. That's talent, drive, heart. And he's got all of them. And he's not going to let somebody take a win away from him. There's some guys who go in there, they fight, they give their all. Most guys, I should say, they do fight and give their all. But then when they walk out, they're not fighters. They're fighters in the cage, but then they go out, they take 3 weeks, 4 weeks off. They let their weight get out of control. I believe that Miguel is not that person. Miguel goes and he leaves the cage and he's still a fighter. He lives the fighter lifestyle. He's in training every day. He was back in training immediately. He fights through injuries. He wants it. And again, I'm blessed that I have somebody like him on my roster. Because, he doesn't ask me, who am I fighting? I have to go through his coach. He's like, I'm fighting. It doesn't matter who I put in front of him. He doesn't even ask me who it is. I have to go through his coaches because he'll just do it. He doesn't care.
That sounds like fire right there. I mean, you got guys that are just like killers. They'll take on any fight. And excuse me 1 second. If it sounds like someone's wrestling with plates in the background, that's my wife. I think she's juggling the silverware in the background. I don't know if you guys hear that, but
my dogs are fighting, so
you
can hear my dogs fighting. So
okay. Yeah, I hear clanking and stuff. We want to run a very professional show here on the MMA Holes. We have dishes being done in the background and that stuff, but hey.
Okay, Rap in the background. That's my daughter in her room, and my dogs are fighting.
So
it is what it is.
so here we go. So now you have a big event coming up June 10th. I see people in the chat. Now I see someone in here. I see hold on. This guy Mike Hunt, which is yeah, I'm sure that's his real name, is being I think he's in love with you, Karen. It looks like that he really is into you. I don't know. What do you feel about that?
Now, I could pull it up, but I believe this is the guy who last time was the ammo guy, if I remember correctly. There's a new league around who kind of are coming on a little strong arming me, and they have like these little people all over the social media and everywhere that kind of follow me around. So Mike Hunt, welcome to MMA-Holes. Bring it on.
Yeah, he only comes on when you're here. So I think he's into you. I don't know. What do you have anything special?
I am. Like real name, or you're probably on my Facebook or somewhere. I mean, hey, I have haters, so basically I must be somewhat successful.
Well, there you go. Shots fired right there. Karen Wesh. Don't play with Karen Wesh. She's not playing around here. She's got a machine that's ready to go. Now June 10th is when it's going down. I'm going to put it on the screen for the MMA-Holes, and here we go. It's in the same place as the last time, right? Ches Joseph, Agawam, Massachusetts?
Yes,
okay.
Shea Joseph. We're at Shea Joseph. We go back and forth between there and Mass Mutual. But Mass Mutual is in a nightmare mess right now because they're building MGM down there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you feel it all, so it's kind of tough. And we're actually going to New York. We're going to get out of here in July, so I'm super excited about that too. So June 10th is coming around the corner. Those fighters that are winning there are coming to New York with us. We're doing an outside show at the Staten Island Yankee Stadium.
That's a big deal. And I was going to ask you about that. So that's definitely a go. The July show is a go in Staten Island.
Yes, it is.
Damn.
And you're going to see our champions champions and fighters who win June 10th get an automatic ride to New York with us. So.
Oh, that's great. That is great. So, oh my God. So now here's the thing. There are amateur fighters and there are pro fighters. Now, if you're new to this, we've learned a lot about the amateur game going into the professional game. A lot of people come out of Premier FC and they do big things. Like they've actually done, I've seen some pretty cool fighters just in this little time that I've known you guys. It's crazy the people that come out of there. Who is the biggest name that came out of Premier? I mean, I remember you saying something about a Mike Perry. Now, did he fought for you guys?
Yes, Mike Perry. He's in the UFC now. He's the one that was making all the noise. He's, I think he's won 3 times in the UFC. Just won his last fight, and he doesn't just make noise in the cage. He makes so much noise out of the cage. I want to say he fought 3 times in less than 8 months. But he's an awesome fighter. He's got a huge mouth. So the UFC, at first there was a little bit of iffiness about him. They weren't real happy with him because he was a little too vocal about different things that they didn't want him to be, and he was spoken to actually in a very public way. But the kid, he's so talented and he's so raw. He was like awesome when he came in our cage.
The guy's a firecracker. I mean, he's got such a cult following, this guy now. It's insane. Like people, anytime I do a show, someone's about to drop something in a comment about the GOAT, Mike Perry. Like he's like this mythical creature right now. Was he this big of a personality with you guys?
Yeah, like when he came in, I actually looked him up. He's from Florida, so I brought him up here to fight. And it's funny because he won the fight, and it was the time when I redo my car. I have a Premier car, and it was like I had to pick 2 fighters that I believe are going somewhere. It's kind of like a luck thing, I guess. I'm going to put them on my car. The 2 fighters on my car are Mike Perry and Vinicius de Jesus. So Mike Perry, when he got into the UFC, had emailed me and he said, "Don't take me off your car." Like fighters are much like I am, superstitious. You'll see fighters wear the same shorts, or you'll see them wear the same mouthpiece. So I have a fighter who wore the same mouthpiece for 8 years because he insisted if he changed his mouthpiece, he might lose a fight. He went to the UFC and made sure he showed his mouthpiece, like I still have it in my mouth. So I haven't taken Mike off my car yet. He's been in my car since he fought for me like a year and a half ago. So he, until he, I don't know when he wants to, he just basically like, "Don't take me off your car yet." So Mike Perry drives around his whole body on my car.
That's unbelievable. That's so cool though. Hey, listen, I think a lot of people like Mike Perry on their car. Hold on one second. Is there any way you can lower the water a little bit? I mean, it's like you're pouring it on my head right now while I'm interviewing. Sorry. I have a little technical difficulties here. So Mike Perry on the card. That's fucking awesome. June 10th is the premiere FC 22. It's going down. It's going to be exciting.
20.
I mean, wait, hold on. Was that 23? Right? 23.
Yes.
My numbers are backwards. I'm all fucked up. But that's pumped. I'm pumped up. I can't wait to see. Now, how can everyone watch this? How can everyone get tickets for this?
They can go to thepremierefc.com. That's where you can buy tickets. And then the night of the fight, we live stream off of there. And I want to say it's, I think, $10.99 or somewhere around there. And you could buy the fight there. But I suggest come. It's a fun night. We usually sell out. The energy in the room is awesome. The room that we utilize only holds 1,200 people. So we pack them in there and we try to squeeze in a couple extras, but it just makes for a super fun crowd. As you know, you were at the last fight. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the energy is wild in the room. And we try to use a lot of locals. We bring in people from Spain, Brazil. We brought them in from Washington, California. We bring them in all over. And we try to, you know, share our locals with people and help them grow and then bring them out to those places. So, you know, when they come back, it's fun to have them at home. So come and watch them at home. It's fun.
Now, Karen, real quick, Mike Hunt is back in the chat, and he says Mike only fought once for you guys. But how many times did Mike Perry fight for ammo?
They never fought for ammo. I know it's ammo's on their fight, I think. Fight, and it was at the Biggie and a cow, like the location where they hold the cows. I was there, and then this is their second fight. So I mean, I wish them luck. I haven't, you know, the backlash is just insane. I mean,
it's crazy.
I went to the fight. I watched the fight. I left. Like, I know the whole MMA community. I've been in the local, you know, area for just alone 9 years with Premier, and then even past that, or 8 years with Premier, even past that, I've been a local, you know, fight manager. So anybody who thought that I was going to go in and no one would say hi to me, I'm not sure if I don't even know. Like, I was actually verbally attacked at the fight by a woman. And then she apologized. It was a woman that worked for him was like, "What the hell are you doing here?" I'm like, "To watch the fights." So,
so real quick, what's the odds we could get this here on the MMA Holes? What's the odds we could get this? Is there a chance we could get Ammo and Premier live on the MMA Holes where we could duke it out and see who's the top dog?
Absolutely. Let's just go ahead and let's just do history. Let's do MMA. Let's do local history, or even local rules. Let's do local rules. Let's do whatever they want to do. I am right here. Mike, by all means, come join us too. We would love it.
Oh, here we go. I like this. The drama is heating up right now. Now, Karen, I got to wrap this up because we're going to have Miguel come in right now. Any last words to the MMA Holes?
I love you guys. Hi, Miguel. Now I can see him.
Hey.
Hi, bud. How are you?
Good. Doing good.
I'm just finishing my interview so you could do yours. But definitely, there's Miguel. Definitely come watch Miguel on June 10th at Chez Joseph. And like I said, you know what? Miguel will give you information. I'd rather people buy tickets through the fighters because the fighters get monetary things for selling their own tickets. So don't listen to where I tell you to get tickets. Listen to the fighters that come on. Get the tickets from them.
That sounds good. All right, Karen, thank you for coming on. And looking forward to chatting with you again very soon.
You too. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. All
right, Karen Wesh. There goes Karen Wesh. And we have another guest, a badass guest. Oh, my God, he's lurking in the shadows. I'm nervous. Hold on. Let me get... I need to get some backup here. We have Miguel Cuevas here. Am I saying that right? Miguel Cuevas, right? Correct?
Correct. Miguel Cuevas.
Oh, this is exciting. This is exciting. Live from now, you're in a car right now. I see...
just training.
Okay, so you just... Nice. So now you're all done. The door's locked because it looks like, you could probably take care of yourself. Well, welcome to the show, my friend. We had Karen on. You know, Karen likes to talk a little bit. She's a little long-winded, and we love having Karen on. So it was great to see her there. Miguel Cuevas, this is exciting. This is exciting to have you on now. Looking at your record, looking at what you're about to become, the GOAT of MMA, from what everyone's saying, the Puerto Rican GOAT, if I may say. A lot of people are excited about this, and I was just showing your highlights before we had you on, and showing the last fight at Premier FC 22, and that fight, I would like to start off just talking about that fight real quick, and then we'll get into a little backstory on Miguel, okay? So now with that fight, you hit him with a left. He falls to the floor, and you work the back over there. Was that part of the plan with this fight? Was this what you were looking to do? Were you looking to knock him out, choke him out? What was the plan going into that fight?
I was prepared for anything. Pretty much just going in there, feeling it out, see what openings come my way, and hit him with the cross. He went down, took the back, and finished with the rear naked.
How does it feel to hit them in the face and then for someone to drop like that? I never had the ability to do that, but to punch someone in the face and watch them go flying across the cage, how does that feel?
It was good. Pretty much, I was in combo, and then I was like, all of a sudden, where you go? So I attacked.
It's great, and the instinct to just jump right on top of him, not even give him a chance to recover, was impressive. Now 2-0 right now, MMA career. You're going on to Premier FC 23, and the sky's the limit right now. Premier FC 23. Who are we fighting? What kind of fighter? Are you familiar with who you're fighting? And explain a little bit about that fight.
I know a little bit about him. His name is Harrison Eldom. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. Just preparing for the fight, ready to take it wherever I need to take it.
Well, hey, that's it. You seem pretty confident about this one. Now, Premier, all your fights have been with Premier FC, correct?
That's correct.
What are your thoughts about this organization? How they run this organization?
Amazing. I feel like home. You know, it's comfortable there. Karen's a great person. The energy in the venue is awesome. I feel comfortable there.
That's
Definitely
awesome.
my home.
Now, I'm looking in the chat. We have a live chat going on. It's a cringy group of people, but I notice a fan club in the chat. Well, I see Nick Alley's there. Look at Nick Alley hanging out with the Holes.
Boy,
I see a Nancy Matos is in the chat. I see a bunch of fans you got going on here. so
all family partners, definitely.
the whole family's hanging out. Welcome to the MMA-Holes. It looks good to have you guys in this chat, and it's wonderful. So now, let's go back in time. A little Miguel, let's talk about the younger years. How did you get into this sport? What sparked your interest in fighting mixed martial arts?
I pretty much got into fitness, started training, was looking for a different routine, fell in love with martial arts, and from there just wanted to test myself, do competition, and go from there.
I always ask fighters this, like when you were younger, did you get into a lot of fights in school and stuff like that? Was that a similar thing with you? Did you get into fights, or were you pretty much...
I was a good boy.
Really? So you just did it competitively. That's what you were looking to do, is pretty much... Well, hey, I mean, that's great, man. That's admirable. You know, I know a lot of people that... There's a lot of these crazy backstories where people had horrible past and this and that, and they get into this sport because they just want to get their aggression out, and you do it to compete, and that's very honorable. Where do you see yourself at the end of 2017?
Just looking to climb the ranks, you know, one fight at a time and go from there.
So I see you have the Puerto Rican flag. You're going in there. You're very proud of that. Are you from Puerto Rico? What's going on with that?
I'm from New York, but yeah, my family's in Puerto Rico. I definitely represent Puerto Rico. Definitely my country, and go from there.
Tommy Arnold in the chat says, dude is for real. That's right. We only have real people in here. Woohoo. Team Miguel right here, says Nancy Matos. Let's see. Jay Smooth says, dude looking like he's ready to kill a family. Are you going to murder any families on the way home?
They're not.
Okay, good. At least no one's going to get killed. Hey, as long as you're not getting killed, that's fine. Everything's going to be fine. So now let's talk about this. What do we do? Is there a walkout song? Is there a specific song that you like to walk out to? Is there anything, or is it you just change a song every time?
It's been the same song, Mark Anthony Aguaria. It's kind of like a Puerto Rican song. It's like our national, you know, represent it, hold the flag up, and come out with that song.
That's
definitely
awesome.
Strong song for me.
My wife is half Puerto Rican and Cuban. And when she gets mad, I get to see the Puerto Rican side, and I make sure I lock the door. How do you, with your family? Do you have a fiery family? Is everyone like fired up at the fights for you? Are they the loudest people in the crowd?
Oh, absolutely. I have a lot of people out there.
That's
it sounds like 1,000 people.
That's great.
That loud.
So once you're in that cage, are you zoned out, or do you actually hear the people cheering for you?
My first fight, I was zoned out. Second fight, I was able to, you know, hear more. I was more aware of my situation, and definitely felt different.
What's it like training with Nick Alley?
It's awesome, man. He's my boy, man. He helps me out a lot. shows me technique, and we just push each other. Definitely good guy.
Absolute MMA says looks like a planned robbery after the interview to me. Oh God! So this chat room, if you're not familiar with the show, it's based off of stupidity. So everyone in the chat, we do talk a lot of MMA, but yeah, the questions are just out of control. You know Sarah Payne, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So Sarah came on a couple of times, and man, oh man, the questions they fired. I mean, I'm like an idiot. I have to read them because it's my job. But but you're handling it very well. Now, okay, let's go to the beginning of the fight. Let's go any fight. You're walking down. What's going through your mind? You got the Mark Anthony blasting right now. You got the flag going. Are you looking to kill the opponent, or are you just in the zone? Are you just just chill and calm?
I'm pretty relaxed in the zone, just looking to get the win.
So that's it. You're just walking into that cage. You're calm. Now, a lot of people say as soon as that cage closes, it's like it hits you. It hits you. Do you have that emotion, that feeling, or are you just completely focused?
Completely focused.
That's awesome. So now you're tangling with the guy. Is there a lot of trash talk? Is there a lot of... Someone's at my door. Someone is at my door. How dare you interrupt my interview? How dare you? Okay, someone's getting that. Apologize. Yeah, so I don't know if you're familiar with this. Usually I'm doing this in my studio, but I'm changing things around in my studio. So here I am sitting in my living room. This is my living room right here, where I do my fight buddies, and it's very professional. It's like Ariel Helwani, Luke Thomas, and me in my living room. That's pretty much how it works. Anyway, so Anthony, we have Miguel on the line if you want to check. He's putting his gun on. He's a cop. So everyone's safe. So now you're walking in, you're focused. The cage door is closed. It seems like you're completely in the zone and focused. How did you get to that level? When you started with MMA, were you always a calm person?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, absolutely.
So nothing really gets to you, nothing phases you. I mean, I guess that's a good attitude to have when you're in a fight, if you really think about it, to keep that heart rate down and really just focus on what you have to do next.
For sure, yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever been in a situation where you were truly scared, where someone hit you with a shot or someone was going for a submission where you're like, oh, fuck? Have you ever been in that situation?
I can't say I have, not yet. No, absolutely not.
That's amazing. So you're completely the opposite of me, because I'm such a pussy that I've always been in all those situations. Like, oh, fuck, this is the end of me. So that's it. So I'm envious of you. I'm living right through you right now. So Miguel Cuevas is on. Mike_Benz 508 is live on the MMA-Holes. Everyone in the chat, if you have any questions, ask it now. Future legend. Now, we have just a picture of you in the shadows, and I have to say, I am nervous. I'm a little nervous right now. It's very dramatic. It's like a movie right now. It's like I'm talking to half of a face. And where are you in Connecticut?
No, I'm in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Okay. So now, what kind of sports teams are you? Are you a hockey fan or a baseball fan or anything going on with that?
And I don't really follow sports that much, but I definitely represent my town. Boston.
Boston. Oh, I like the way you say that. Boston. I like that. There we go. Us East Coast guys got to stay together. Those West Coast. It's getting a little ridiculous with these West Coast people. You follow the Patriots at all?
Yeah, I do. I do follow once in a while, but I'm not really that big into sports. But I do watch the Super Bowl and stuff like that.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Now give me 1 second. Come over here. That's gonna squeak. Get on this side. Just come around this way. Sorry, I got a person here that was supposed to check it. Oh, you could go that way too. There he goes. Look how cute. Look at it. Look. Sorry, Miguel. Apologize about that. So you follow a little bit of Boston, and I'm a huge Giants fan. So apologies to any Patriots fans out there, but you guys keep winning anyway. So it's like, I mean, it's got to be great to be a Patriots fan, to constantly root for a team that just wins and wins and wins. It's got to be amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's the buzz out there? Like, especially with the Red Sox and stuff like that, teams coming around.
Definitely good. Yeah, it's definitely big, especially when they win.
I'm sure it is. as my shoulders crouch, and I'm just like, oh, fuck me. Yeah, I root for all teams that lose. Every once in a while I'll get lucky. My sports teams will throw me a bone, but there he goes. All right, I'm going to check out the chat. I see Frank Bavant says, has he ever made anybody shit their pants?
Not that I know of, no. I can't say I have.
I had a gentleman on, Curtis Stout. He fought Anderson Silva. He fought in the UFC. And, I see red hair over there. That's fucking cool. I didn't see your hair before. Now, is that natural? Did the match the drapes, or... No, I'm assuming not. No, okay. Yeah, it's getting weird now. Yeah, so I was just saying, I had a guy named Curtis Stout that was on Awesome Interview, and he says when he was rolling with a guy, he actually squeezed him so hard he shit himself. What would you do in a situation like that if that happened? Keep going, or you think you'd be like, okay, I'm good?
I'll definitely stop and definitely walk away.
It's so funny. All of our interviews wind up talking about shit. I don't even know. This is the level of people we hang out with here. Okay. Olympia Lowlife loves the Celtics. Okay, George Sampras. Oh, God, I don't know if I want to read this question. Miguel, brace yourself, my friend. He says, who else is in... Oh, no, okay, forget it. He's not even talking about that. Okay, so now Albertino has a good question here. Wants to know, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Or do you have kids?
Oh, girlfriend. I'm single, but
Okay.
no, I'm not gay.
All right, so, okay, good. So all those guys out there, relax, all right? Those feminine guys. These are the questions. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'm just going to keep on going through here. I like asking these questions, and maybe we'll get a good one here. Let's see. If you guys have any good questions from my man Miguel, you can ask, and maybe we could have a normal conversation, you fucks. Anyway, as you can see, this is a very sophisticated show over here. Do you follow any of the MMA media? Do you follow like a Luke Thomas or a Ariel Helwani? Do you watch any of these interviews, or are you just doing your own thing?
Doing my own thing, training.
What fighter was someone that you looked up to growing up?
I actually really didn't follow the fighting game or anything like that. I just got into it as of now.
So there was no influences. So you just had friends that were into it, or you just were just like, fuck it, this looks cool?
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck it.
That's awesome. So you're just like, all right, let's do this. And no one. So now that you're in the game, okay, now that you're doing it, and you see some of these high level guys competing and stuff like that, is there anyone that stands out to you above anyone else that not that you want to be like, but you're like, oh, that's kind of cool how this one's doing this and that? Is there like
I like the technique part. I mean, Conor McGregor definitely has the technique down. He's got the angle, the timing, the speed. Definitely good style, good fighting style he has.
Yeah, Conor McGregor comes up in almost all of our conversations. I got him on my shirt. What is he doing there? And you could buy these in the T-shirt store down below. Oh, okay, sorry. No, none of that. Yeah, Conor McGregor comes up in almost all of our conversations because he's such a huge personality, but he backs it up as well. I notice a lot of fighters aren't a big fan of Conor McGregor. A lot of the guys, even I've spoken to a bunch of amateur fighters. I've spoken to a bunch of pro fighters that just got started with the professional scene. And a lot of them are kind of like, they're sick of his song and dance. What do you feel about the whole personality of Conor McGregor, that bigger-than-life mentality?
I mean, he's putting on a show, but I pretty much look at the technique. I look at his fighting style. I don't really judge him off of what he says or what he does. It's just pretty much what he does in the cage is what's important.
That's the thing, and he backs it up. I think that's what makes him so inviting to watch. You know, not only does he talk the talk, but those pay-per-view fights have been insane. One after another, they've been great to watch, and they get my ass in a seat. All right, so Jay Smooth wants to know, have you ever stolen an opponent's girl after finishing them?
No, I can't say I have.
You know, that's a good question. You're a single guy now, so with this style, I've asked Justin Sumter this question, but he's spoken for. You're a single man. This is kind of like rock star business over here. When you're done with a fight, being a man's face into the floor, I'm sure there's women throwing themselves at you. Do you get any sort of groupies or stuff like that?
They get attention, yeah, absolutely.
That's going to be awesome. Have you ever, on the way into a cage, have you ever noticed like someone eyeing you and like, oh, I'm going to fuck that as you're walking into the cage?
Not fucking it, no. I'm in the zone, so I don't really see much.
I can't wait to get done with this fight.
Look around afterwards.
That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, so Jay Smooth says, stay single and slay pussy, dick, whatever you like. Okay, that's good. All right, so we got a... So Nick Alley is back. He says, say Nick Alley. So he wants you to say Nick Alley.
Nick Alley, what's up with that, bro?
What do you think of Nick Alley's hair? I mean, I think he's got the best hair in the game.
He does.
Now,
definitely intrigued. You make sure he keeps it nice and neat.
It is. It's tight. But now I have to say, with this red hair that you got flowing on here, are you trying to be the top dog at the gym? Are you trying to be the guy?
I'm trying. He's got me beat, though. He's got me beat, definitely.
Frank Bavon is in the chat, and he wants to know, is there anyone that you want to fight? Is there anyone that you would look forward to fighting that would be a dream fight for you?
Right now, no, just pretty much anyone.
Anyone. So you're just ready to go. What is the goal here? I'm assuming that you want to go pro. I'm assuming that is in your future. You look like you're on the right path. when is the expectations? Do you set a goal? At this time, I want to be pro, or are you just going to go with the flow?
Going with the flow, you know, when my coaches, you know, pretty much think I'm ready to go pro, go pro. Definitely, absolutely.
That's awesome. So, hey, you're just going with it. I think this mentality is a good mentality to have. I think being calm and just chill and just letting it go, I mean, that's probably great. That's probably why you look so comfortable in that cage. I mean, you notice a lot of guys are very jittery, but you seem like you're totally poised, and it's not a problem to you. So, kudos. Do you attribute that to your gym?
Yeah, definitely. Train hard, fight easy.
How did you get into this gym?
I pretty much lived close by, and one day saw a sign and just decided to walk in and tried out a class and fell in love with it.
Nicholas Alley says, yo, his hair is too good. He's being modest. Oh, so see, he's giving you the throne. Jay Money's here. Jason Showers is here, and he says, I love Miguel. I love that Miguel. Fight anyone, anytime. That's what Jay Money says. What do you think about Jay Money, man?
He's a good dude. I don't know much about him, but I see his posts, and he looks like he's training hard, and he keeps on grinding.
Yeah, he seems like a real tough guy, and he probably beat me up too. Probably everyone I have on the show, I make sure that they're able to completely beat me up. That's how I do this over here. So now June 10th is coming, okay? You've fought here before. Has the gentleman that you're fighting, has he fought for Premier before or no?
Yes. He actually fought the first time I fought as well.
Oh, okay. So you're pretty familiar. So now, what do we get to look forward to in this fight? What if I were to say, okay, MMA-Holes, you have to watch this fight. Why watch this fight? What's the reasoning for this?
I feel like we're both gonna bring it. You know, we're both undefeated, and we're both definitely gonna look for that win. It's gonna be definitely a good fight.
Jay Smooth is back. He says, I respect fighters. Hold on. That press forward and fight, not run like a track star. What do you think about guys that constantly reset and are trotting around the cage? Does that frustrate you?
A little bit, yeah, no, absolutely. Definitely, I like staying in the pocket. I'm comfortable, you know. If I need to take it to the ground, take it to the ground. If I stay standing up, I feel comfortable up there. I'll keep it up there.
That's awesome. Now, I have a single lady in the chat right now. I think she's completely soaked. Marlon Lane is here. Listen, easy on these people over here. With these good looks and that red hair, you're going to make them... Marlon says, who is Miguel's all-time favorite fighter? MMA fighter. We did discuss that. There's not anyone that stands out to you like a top dog, right?
No.
She's also throwing hearts at you. So, yeah, I think she wants to get it in. All right, let's see. Frank has a question. Let's see. I don't know. Okay, let's look through here. I like reading these comments over here. Rumble Johnson. What do you think about Rumble Johnson quitting MMA and looking to grow marijuana and sell like medical marijuana? What do you think of that?
Definitely crazy, insane.
The guy seemed like he was still kind of in his prime. I mean, he didn't look great his last fight, but it seemed like he was checked out. But geez, he's going to sell weed. I guess he's not getting punched in the face anymore. What's the plan after MMA? What's the goal after MMA?
Pretty much doing, maybe training, maybe teaching, definitely teaching martial arts.
So you're looking to stay with the game, get with the gym, maybe perhaps open your own gym and just keep on teaching everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are you going to hang your belts?
Where?
Yeah. Where are you going to hang all your belts?
Definitely at the gym.
That's awesome. So now, are we looking for this? Now you want to go pro. You're hungry. We could tell that you're ready to fight and you're ready to take on any opponent at any time. Is there an organization that you're like, this is the place I want to be? Is it a Bellator? Is it a UFC? Is it a World Series of Fighting? Wherever. Is there a place that you're like, this is the place I need to be?
Definitely, yeah. That's the goal. Bellator or UFC, but pretty much willing to fight anywhere. Getting my name out there and showing my talent.
That's awesome. So now I saw you do respect. You do show some respect to your other fighters. When your teammates are out there fighting, you always seem like you're in attendance at these things. And what's the reasoning for that? Is that because they back you too, or you just want to show your support?
But we're a family. We're in it together.
That's it. Well, hey, I mean, that's a good excuse. And for the pussy, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Hey, I mean, that's with the, I mean, listen, I'm a married guy, so I have to live through you guys. So you got to tell me about all the dick that you're slinging, and I'll be like, okay, good for you guys, man. Good stuff. Well, Miguel, it is awesome to have you on here. It's a real pleasure. Looking forward to seeing what happens in your next fight. And one last thing to the MMA holes, if you want to plug any sponsors, why should we watch the fight? Just last thoughts in this last hurrah.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my family. You know, they support me in anything I do. Give a shout out to definitely all my teammates, all my coaches from all my Team Link affiliations. My home gym's Battle Crew MMA. I also go to each different Team Link and train with them, different coaches, different teammates. So I get the knowledge from everywhere, and I appreciate that. You know, we're definitely one family.
That's awesome. Miguel, thank you again for coming on. Hey, come on anytime. Anytime you want, shoot me an email. I'll see you on Instagram, and it's Miguel Cuevas at Mike_Benz, BNZ 508, and go over there and send him dick pics. DM him dick pics. He likes that. Thank you for coming on, Miguel. I appreciate it. All right, get home safe, and thanks again.
Likewise.
All right, there he is. Miguel Cuevas. That was pretty cool, right? What do you guys think? Let me know right now in the comments what you guys think of that whole situation. Seemed like a really nice guy. Now I have Anthony here. I'm not going to put him on mic. Oh, God, I got snots. My stomach's killing me. I had pizza for breakfast like a jerk off. Hold on, let me put you on. Let's see. You're on. All right, so now you're live. If you want to say hello, you want to say hello to my friends? You're not on. You could just talk to us. Look, the voice from God. Here he comes. So Anthony is here. This is Anthony. He's hanging out with us. And maybe we'll have Anthony jump in if he wants when we have Pat Casey on as well. Pat Casey's a badass as well. What did you guys think of Miguel? Let me know in the comments. Will you be buying that pay-per-view? Will we going to Agawam? Will you be doing your thing? Let me know what you think in the chat. But we have 10 more likes. Uh-oh. There he goes. Marlon's going to have sex with the chat.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes. Yes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
That's right. Okay. AIDS victims. This is one of those weird shows, man. We're having a weird one because, like I said, we're in the living room in the process of taking the studio, making it more swole back there. The whole point is to make the studio nice and big so we can have guests come in, talk. Joe Rogan, I'm like, this talk? Oh. Anthony, what do you think of Miguel? What do you think? You think he's the real deal? 2-0? Oh, he's scared. You say hello. Say hello to the friends. Yeah? Oh, say hi. Say hi, friends. He's shy. All right, Anthony's here.
Wonderful.
All right, let's see what we got over here. Marlene Lane says, at Fred, it was nose, and it's good. Thanks for asking. Oh, yeah, she did. She busted up her nose training. Nicholas Alley says, Miguel is a real man. Dude is a workhorse. Keep him close. I will. I would love to have Miguel back on after the fight, have him back on the MMA holes and discuss some more. He seems like the real deal. He really does. Stephanie Cuevas says, he's kick-ass. That's right. I agree. He is wonderful. And we are hanging with the boys. Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Cody Garbrandt. We're hanging with the boys tonight.
Hanging with the boys.
Surprised no one uses that sound drop. It's so annoying. All right, let's see. Olympia Low Life says, somebody sleep on the couch again. Anthony could get on the couch if he would like. Olympia Low Life said, be right back. Jesus Christ says, a little more light would be nice. Well, yeah, next time I'm going to tell Miguel to actually, I was scared. I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. Now, it
was like Carrie in the car.
yeah, it was like Carrie in the car. Yeah, it was creepy. But the good part about it is we're not going to get any diseases from Miguel. At least I don't think so. But I think Miguel is probably a dick slinger. I really do. I think he goes in there, beats up guys, and has sex with women. Marlon says, whoa, wait, what? Who agreed to this, Chris? Marlene, I think, oh.
Wonderful.
Testicle enthusiast says, Tong Bokez. Tong, welcome back. I see you. Frank says, that's when you fight again, Jay. Jay Money's here. Yeah, PFC 23. We will get Jay. We will get you back on as well. Actually, next week I'm gonna have the Fort on to talk about his fight at CES. And Jay Money, if you're down, let's fucking do it. Let's get you back on the show. Jay Money is full of wonderful things. Same card as these guys. That's correct. Jay Money, you want to see the showers in the cage. It's a must-see. Little Platinum hanging out with the ninjas. Now, George Sampras, did you see Karen Wesh was on? We were talking about your guy, the GOAT, Mike Perry. He fought in Premier FC. Mike Perry did fight in Premier FC, and it was wonderful, wonderful. Now, we're about to have a guy on. Let's see. Well, that's Justin Sumter. Let's see if I can find him. Hold on. Google Zoom. Look how much bigger Justin is than me. I'm like a weasel next to him. Okay, let's go through. Now, this is the video here, Premier FC. Hold on. We're going to get to this part right here. Now, watch this.
Coaches, my crazy little cousin Brett over here, he does everything. I mean, I'm really keeping taken. I'm on my daughter's background and I lost the fight. So thank you, everybody.
Oh, that's my mic. No. Oh, come on. Look at the disappointment in my face. Trying to do the Joe Rogan as he rips the mic out of my hands. I'm like, oh, fuck, what do I do now? All right, everyone cheer. Pat Casey's about to come on. And I can't wait to talk to him about that. Pat Casey is a beast. That's why I just like, here you go. You can take the mic. And what do you think about that guy ripping the mic out of my hands?
Maybe you should have punched him and took his belt.
No, that wasn't gonna happen. This guy is, yeah, he's a dangerous man. Imagine I just fucking jabbed him. They pull me out of the stretcher. Well, there goes the ring out. There goes the cage side interview guy. That dick. Stephanie Cuevas says, definitely watch out for him. He's dedicated to his craft, and he lives for this. All right, that's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Stephanie, thanks for hanging with the Holes, hanging out with Miguel Cuevas. He seems like a fucking awesome dude. He really does. All right, Carrie should use more veggies on the plate. She should. Brad Thompson says, who will win the GSP? Who will GSP fight? Who, if GSP fights? I don't even know if you'll even see GSP fighting. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Actually, you know what, Ant? So the reason why I want you to come, here is the chat room.
Thank you.
So you could look over here. If you see anything while I'm doing my interviews, you could say, Chris, you got the mic there. You could be like, Chris, we have a question. Okay, there you go. Professional. All right, guys. Here we go. Tuesday night is going down with the MMA-Holes. We started the show off with craziness. We're going to end the show off with craziness with Pat Casey, badass boss man, coming on live with the MMA-Holes. Pumped up. Conor McGregor stunt double, says Jay Smooth. Everyone says that. It's Conor McGregor's cousin. Carrie would fuck the whole chat, my ninjas. Albertino says, V-neck come out and play. No V-neck tonight. Not happening. Ninja cut, loving, cut craving Carrie. Fucking bitch made who hangs with the boys. Hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Cody Garbrandt. Punching him and taking his belt. Anthony Marlin likes that. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Mexican. It's good to see you here. It's always good to see you here on the MMA-Holes. Hold on a second.
What's up?
We have someone here. And hold on, I gotta play the fucking song. Where is it? Fuck, I lost my song. Anyway, who gives a shit? Here he is. Legendary. The man, the myth, the legend. Here he is, Pat Casey, on the MMA-Holes Live. Pat, how you doing tonight?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm good, my friend. Now, we just had Miguel Cuevas on. We had Karen Wesh. Karen Wesh wouldn't shut the fuck up. And no, we love Karen. I'm only playing her. And not surprising. Yeah, Karen's cool people. She's cool people. Pat Casey is here, and this is really exciting. Pat, it's good to have you on. I really wanted to have you on the last time. And true story here. Karen asked me. She gave me a list of fighters, and she was like, Chris, who do you want to have on? And I said, I need one person. I need to have one person on, and that person is this gentleman right here, Pat Casey. True story.
You're smart man.
So now your nickname is this, the Ninja Gorilla. How did this...
The Gorilla Ninja.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Well, here we go. I keep on fucking things up.
If you say it like Spanish, it's backwards sometimes. So Ninja, Gorilla, either way.
Yeah, it might be my Spanish background that came out there. The Gorilla Ninja. Okay, so where did you come up with this nickname? Did someone give it to you, or did it come out of your brain, or what happened here?
Actually, they say you're not supposed to give yourself your own nickname, but I did give myself this nickname. It was more... Not only is it just a cool-ass nickname, it's kind of like aspirational. I wanted to be gorilla strong, but ninja agile. I wanted to accurately describe my physical characteristics, so that's what I came up with.
Well, I tell you what, I think it's pretty accurate. That nickname is pretty accurate. After seeing you fight live, I was like, well, this guy, I think you could fight a gorilla.
If need be, but then he would just be a gorilla, and I would be a gorilla ninja.
So you would have the edge.
I would most definitely win.
So now I see a lot of comparisons. Before I even have any conversation with you, everyone in the chat is comparing you to a notorious one. Someone that they think is the GOAT of the UFC, the Conor McGregor. Do you get this a lot?
I do actually. First, I would get it. People say I look like him, kind of. The beard, I guess. And I mean that, and I guess the way I talk, I suppose, the charisma. I mean, it's not a bad comparison. I mean, he's obviously doing pretty well, so I don't mind it.
Yeah, right? The guy is pretty much the biggest star in the sport, so why the fuck not, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be compared to someone, you know.
Now we have some business to talk about here. Now, I did get a chance to meet you in the cage after your victory, which is a great fight. It was a battle. It was a war. You guys were going at it. I mean, I tell you what, it was probably, to me, it was the fight of the night because it went 5 rounds, but it was just a badass banging war. The gentleman you fought, he's fucking slipped my name, the great host that I am.
Angelo Richardson.
There you go, Angelo Richardson. He was on as well. I'm going to put it on the screen. But I'm telling you, man, you guys went at it. What are your thoughts on that fight, how that thing went down? Do you think it was going to be as big of a war as it was?
You know, I go in there expecting the possibility for that every fight, you know. He was able to take shots, you know what I mean? I give him credit. I hit him with a lot of shots, especially early on. I had him against the cage. You know, part of it was my first 5-round fight, so I paced myself a little. Once I had him hurt a couple times, he curled up, and instead of like really, you know, blowing my load, I kind of like eased up a few times just because I knew it was a long fight. I hadn't fought a 5-round fight before, but you know, he was good. He was skilled. He get him big head. People with big heads can take punches.
do you
you know, he was a terrible guy. So
do you size up and welcome to the MMA-Holes? We have a subscriber. Look, you come on the show and people just subscribe. It's like you're a magical, mystical creature.
Hey, man, that's why I said it was a good idea to have me on the show.
Bringing in the views. I love the confidence. That's awesome. So now I'm looking at your record right here, and man, oh man, you're just running through. You said that was your first 5-round fight. How was the gas tank with that fight? I mean, I tell you what, it seemed like you were still ready. You were still going strong on that fight. Did you prepare for the 5 rounds?
Yeah, I mean, I've been preparing for 5-round. I mean, I've been preparing for 5-round fights since I started. You know, conditioning is something I pride myself on. I mean, I feel I could fight a 25-minute fight right now, you know. It just happened to be my first 5-round fight, but I've been preparing myself for 5 rounds, 25-minute fights, really, you know what I mean? So, you know, the rounds, it doesn't matter. I can go forever.
That's awesome. So now the fight ends. They give you the belt. Well, there was a little thing that happened with the belts. I noticed that there was like a belt. There was like Beltgate. Like they wanted to get your belt or something like that, or what happened behind the scenes with the whole belt thing?
Well, first what happened is the belt they gave me, Karen put it around me, and then I like climbed on the fence, which they tell you not to do.
Mm.
And then the belt like got caught on the fence, and it like the metal part fell off.
Ugh.
So I was walking around the cage, give me another belt. I was yelling, give me another belt. So they got me another belt, but they were short a belt for the next fight. I think Will Knight fought. I guess they were short a belt.
Mm-hmm.
So they were like, Pat, can we, you know, have the belt just for this fight so we can, and then give it back to you? I was like, no. So I was like, there's hundreds of people here. They want to take pictures of me with the belt. I'm not giving them my belt. I was like, there's another guy who fought for the 55 belt. Go find him and take his belt. I was like, you're not taking my belt. And they found the belt for someone else. I don't know where they got it from, but, you know, I just want a title. There's people out there waiting to take pictures. I'm not going to give up the belt and not have a belt to take pictures with. It would have been
That is awesome. Ridiculous. So to have big nuts like that, to be like, fuck you, this is my belt. I mean, that's got to be a great, you know, if I woke up every day and could think like that, I would definitely think that, I mean, it would be the best feeling in the world. How does it feel to be so confident and strong?
I just fought 5 rounds for that belt. You know, I wasn't giving up for anyone. You know, the confidence comes from the work, to be honest. I'm confident because I know what I do every day. I know, you know, the stuff I do when no one's there, when no one's at the fights, the stuff I do on my own every single day. That's where my confidence comes from, the work I put in. So when I go out there and fight, there's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to win. You know, it's already happened in my head. So I just go out there and, you know, play it out.
Now, like I said before, I played a little bit of the video before where a really good-looking guy was interviewing you. And he had the microphone there in the hand. He was trying to do the Joe Rogan. And then all of a sudden, You squeezed it out of my hands, like, give me that fucking mic, and ripped it out and started walking around the cage. I was like, holy shit, okay, I'm good. I backed off. Was that moment right there, was that the biggest moment, though, in your career right now? Was that getting that belt, walking around, seeing all those fans and everything like that? Was that the biggest moment in your career so far?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, definitely. To win the belt and to do it in front of such a big crowd, and feel the energy of all the people and all the love. It was definitely a big moment. I hope to have many more bigger moments, but so far I would say that's probably the best moment of my career.
Now, what I notice now is there's a huge buzz about you. A lot of people are talking about you. And right now, I think you're the big cheese of Premier FC. Is that an accurate statement?
I would say so.
So you
said it, but I'll confirm it.
Well, let's just go with this. Pat Casey definitely is going to be the GOAT. Well, he is the GOAT of UFC. Oh, look at that. We're talking about the UFC already.
Foreshadow.
There you go. Premier FC. And he's fighting on June 10th. Now, here's the situation. Now, Karen did explain it in the beginning of the show, but let's talk about it again to the people that just jumped in right now. Now, you are fighting a weight class up. You started 155. Correct me if I'm wrong. You went to 170. Won the belt at 170.
I started 170 first.
Okay.
I started 170. I fought at 70, 85, and 55 so far. My first was at 70. Then I fought mainly at 70 for a while. Then I fought a couple at 85. Then I went down to 55. And then I went back up to 70. So I've been all over the place. So I have fought at 85 before. This won't be my first fight at 85.
Okay, so you're confident at pretty much 170, 185. You feel you could bounce back and forth with no problems.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Fighting
55 is the hardest for me to make. When I got to cut all the way down to 55, that's tough. But 85 and 70 is nothing for me now.
Yeah, I got to bulk up to get to 55. I have to bulk up there. I have to eat a lot of cheeseburgers. But
just to say something about a little joke we have about the PFC thing. So we have a little inside joke that PFC stands for. Can we swear on the show? We can swear on the show.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it.
That PFC stands for Pat fucking Casey. So we gotta say that.
Oh, that's awesome.
To reiterate your big cheese statement. That's a joke we have going.
So what is this? Is this joke going in the gym, or is this joke going around the fighters, or?
Mostly just the gym and people I'm around, but he'll probably catch on a little more now.
That is awesome. I love the swag and the confidence, man. That's fucking great. What now? Fighting at 185. What do you walk around at to get to 185?
I'm not too much over 185. I'm not gonna have to cut too much for this one.
So
it's going to be a very easy cut, to be honest.
So it doesn't. There's nothing in the back of your mind saying, hey, these guys that are cutting down to get to 185, when they, rehydrate and stuff like that, the pounds and stuff like that doesn't scare you at all?
No. I mean, I'm not obsessed with weight like that. Like a lot of people, I won't fight this guy, he's too big. Like, you'll never hear that come out of my mouth. If I go in there and fight at a weight class, I expect to win. I'm not going to make excuses or say he was 205 and I was 190. It is what it is. A fight's a fight. I don't care how much they weigh. If I'm in there with them, I expect to win.
We're here with Pat Casey, Premier FC. He's fighting Premier FC 23. June 10th. It's going down. It's going strong. Another belt. 2-belt champ. How would it feel to have 2 belts on? Are you prepared already for the 2-belt walk?
I mean, to be honest with you, I had the idea to fight for 2 belts before I won the first belt. Once I got the first belt scheduled, I was like, after I win this, I know I'm going to want to get another belt. So this has kind of been a vision I had from before I won the first one. So, I'm prepared for it. I imagine it'll be twice as much fun as the first time. And, I saw it in my mind. I planned it. I asked for it. I got it. And I just have to deliver.
That's what Karen said, too. I asked, what was it like talking to Pat? And she was like, no, you addressed Karen and said, no, I want to go for that belt, the 185 belt. It was your idea. So yeah. You saw that before it even happened right there. You see these things.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see these things. Yeah. Predict these things.
That's it. So now, guys, if you're not familiar with Pat Casey, I highly recommend you go back on YouTube, check out some of these fights. And the coolest part about watching your fights is how you come out of the gate. God damn. Well, first of all, how you get into the gate. You jump in the air. You do this split in the air. Jesus Christ. How did you know you could have this ability to fly? I wouldn't know how to start doing that.
I don't know, man. Just years of athletics, and I don't know, man. That's become my thing. I did it I did it my first fight, and it's just it's what I do now. It's just my routine.
So every time you enter the cage, you jump up in there and do that split. I mean, I saw it. I was like, what? I was like, ow, ow. That's crazy, man. The leg strength you must have to pull something like that off.
Yeah, it's not easy, I suppose, but
But for you, it is. When you came out of the womb, did you do that? Did you do that split when you were born?
I've always been very flexible. People always ask me, how do you get that flexible? A lot of it is genetics. I mean, some people could stretch every day, and for the rest of their life, and they're not going to be that flexible. So a lot of it's genetics. A lot of it is just stretching. I spend a lot of time stretching. Some of it's just adrenaline. You know what I mean? I just feel it when I go in there.
That's awesome.
It just happens.
So now I noticed this. I did notice this, that when you fought in your previous fights, you would come out guns blazing, looking to put that person away. I noticed the calmer version this time around. Are you just trying to evolve, or are you just adapting to certain situations? Like your next fight, will you come out guns blazing, or are you going to adapt? Are you going to try to go that 3-5 round fight or whatever it is?
I mean, I always look for opportunities to finish, but I mean, some of it's strategic. I mean, my first 3 fights have all ended like in a minute. So Marco, my trainer, they're like, take your time a little bit. I mean, they wanted me to get more cage time. So originally it was kind of game plan that way. You know what I mean? Taking my time just to get more cage experience. And, I'm more comfortable in all aspects now. So I know when I could pick my spots. I don't have to rush it. I still have that explosion if I want to go to it. If I see an opening, I could definitely finish it early, but I'm comfortable picking my spots, because there's going to come a time, you're not going to walk through everybody forever. I mean, there's going to be a time where I'm going to have to dig deep and fight a fight like I did last time, a 5-round fight. And you don't want to, that's part of, growing as a fighter, learning how to pace yourself in there and when to go and when not to go. So I'm getting better with that.
We got Pat Casey on. Premier FC 23 is going down June 10th. How did you get into mixed martial arts? And I asked Miguel the same question. Were you a troubled kid? Did you get into a lot of fights, or are you looking to compete? What got you into the sport of mixed martial arts?
I've always been an athlete. I played sports growing up. Football was my main sport most of my life. And I always loved fighting. I loved boxing. I loved kickboxing. I was always a big fan of it, but I never participated. My focus was football for most of the time when I was, middle school, high school. And I played a little in college, and then my daughter was born. And when my daughter was born, I stopped playing. I stopped going to school. I had to work. And that's really what led me to get into mixed martial arts. I knew I still had the competitive drive to do something. And I always thought I could be a good fighter. And I just decided, I wanted to fight. One day I was like, I'm going to fight. And I started. And I'm about, 2.5 years later, I'm here. I'm doing well, and it's all working out.
I notice a lot of fighters, when they have families, when they fight, it seems like they are more into it. Like, it means a lot more to them, because now you have to provide for a family. So that fight is for your family. So every time you enter that cage, all you're saying, this is for my family, this is how this is going to go. Is that what you're thinking?
Absolutely. I mean, that's always in your head. I mean, more so like the days when you don't want to get up and train 2-3 times a day. You think about why you're doing it. You think about the joy it brings to your family to see you do well. You think about the potential for financial gain in the future. Those kind of days. When I'm actually in the fight day, I just think about the fight. I don't really think about anything else but the fight. But leading up to it, it's always in your mind, who you do this for and making people proud. That's always in my mind. But when it's fight time, it's me and the other person. And I kind of block everything. I come down, I feed off the energy a little bit. The door shuts, just me and him. And then I win, and then I celebrate after. Then I embrace everybody after.
Then you rip the microphone out of the guy's hand and you start.
And then I take the mic from you, I get the crowd. And then I do all those theatrics. So when I'm in there, it's just me and whoever the heck's standing across from me.
Well, I mean, it looks like you want to put on a show. Like that's looks like the plan. When you go in there, you want to make sure that those people are entertained, and you're going to put on a show every time you step into that cage. Is that the game plan?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know people hand me their money to come watch me fight. So, anytime someone gives me their money, I expect, I want to entertain them. And I understand in this game, just being good and winning isn't always going to get you to where you want to be. You know what I mean? You look at the people who make money in this sport. It's people who not only can fight, but they bring some source of entertainment, whether they fight is exciting style, whether their character is interesting. If you're going to make money in this sport, people have to want to watch you fight, period. So it's not just about, being the best practitioner in the world. You got to have personality. You got to be exciting. And I've understood that since the first day I got in. It's not just about what you can do. It's about how you do it. It's about how you carry yourself. It's a whole image that goes along with, being the fighter.
Have you ever stepped in a cage, looked across at your opponent, and knew that you beat them before the fight even started?
I've seen some funny looks in people's eyes before fights. Yeah, especially the first fight I had, actually. They were doing the instructions, and we were like standing next to each other, like close. And I did the jump, the jump like right in front of them. And people were like, I think you beat that guy right when he saw you do that jump. So I mean, there's times where you can, sometimes people can be misleading, but there's a vibe you get when you look into someone's eyes. And there's a few times I looked at people and said, I don't think they really want to be in here with me, but. Even if they did want to be in there with me, it doesn't matter. But
what about
either way, they'll come out victorious. But
do you find yourself trash talking to these guys?
I don't really talk much when I'm in the cage. A few times in the last fight, I did a few head shakes when he hit me, But I mean, I'm really focused in there, to be honest. I mean, I don't feel the need to talk to the guy while I'm in there. I just handle my business. Even after the fight, I talk to the guys. I'm usually, I'm respectful to them. I'm not here to, shoot at their character or anything. Maybe one day, when you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I can't see you anymore.
I zonked out.
Right.
No, I'm still
I
here.
can't see you, but it's all right. Maybe one day when there's more promotion on the line and, pay-per-view sales and stuff, I'll chirp at people, but I don't see it necessary right now.
So now, we talked about trash talk, we talked about all this stuff. Is there a particular song when you walk into the cage? Is there a song that you need to have on? Are you superstitious?
I generally come out to The Takeover by Jay-Z. Last time I came out to a DMX song for whatever reason. I just changed it up. But I usually like coming out to Jay-Z.
Okay, we got Pat Casey on now. Chat room, get ready. Keep on asking those questions. We're going to jump right in there and ask Pat while we have him here. This is exciting. We have a champ pretty soon, maybe champ, Pat Casey, because he sees these things. A gentleman in here did ask, how old were you?
How old was I? How old am I now?
Yeah, how old are you now?
I'm 26.
26 years old. Do you feel that you are in your prime, or you still have room to grow?
I definitely feel like I have room to grow. See, I had a late start, so you know what I mean? Some guys, by the time they're 26, they're already old in the sport. They've been fighting for years and years. I didn't have my first fight till I was 24.
Mm-hmm.
So, physically, my body's, not as banged up as some guys that may have been fighting for years and years. And mentally, I still have a lot to learn. Like, if you look at guys in the UFC now, a lot of the champions are, 34, 35, a lot is to be said about experience in this sport. You know what I mean? You might be 35 years old. There may be a 27-year-old guy, maybe a little fresher or younger, but the knowledge and understanding, I feel I'm far away from my prime. I think I have a lot to still give. My body's, holds up. I take care of my body well, but mentally, I'm going to grow a lot mentally in the next few years. So there's, a lot. I don't think I've even gotten close to what I'm going to be.
Jay Smooth is in the chat, and you always hear these things about USADA and drug testing and all this bullshit. I did see it myself. I noticed that they do test you right before the fight and everything with drugs and stuff like that. They do blood tests, correct, before you guys fight?
It depends. It's usually like random. It's usually not everybody gets tested.
Okay.
They don't test at this level. They're not going to test everybody. They'll randomly test people. I mean, when you get to the bigger shows, I'm sure everybody gets tested. I mean, tests like these are expensive. So a smaller promotion's not going to have the money probably to test everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's usually random, who they test. I've been in locker rooms where they've said, such and such. They call people's name and they go test them. So it's not everybody right now. So, you know.
What are your thoughts on steroids or TRT or any of that stuff in the game? Like having that problem, them trying to clean everything up with that. Do you think there's an advantage? I've had fighters say they don't think it's an advantage. Some do think it's an advantage. What are your thoughts on that whole thing?
I mean, it's hard for me to say because I've never taken anything like that to know the difference. You know, it would make you feel. I mean, I assume it can give you slight advantages in strength and stamina and just being able to recover, but in terms of fighting skill, I don't think it's going to make you a better fighter. I mean, it might help your conditioning, help your strength, but you know, I mean, if you can fight, you can fight. You know what I mean? I don't. It's really hard for me to say because I've never experimented with anything like that to know how I would feel different. But I mean, I'm happy they're trying to clean it up. It's definitely. I mean, if some guys are on it, some guys you want an even playing field. So I mean, it's good that they're taking steps, and a lot of guys don't look the same anymore. A lot of guys in the UFC look like monsters, and now they look pretty bad. So, I mean, it seems to be working. It's cleaning up, definitely some guys.
Mexican D-Side says, ask Pat how he feels looking like Hitler's dream, the goal, the specimen.
That's not the that's not the first time I've got that before.
That's funny. I saw that pop out.
I don't condone any Hitler's teachings, but I guess it's a compliment that I look like the ultimate specimen.
It's freaking funny. Yeah, this chat room. The first time we had Karen on, Karen got slaughtered. Like they really laid into her. And now when she comes on, they're total gentlemen over here. But yeah, they're pretty bad. All right, let's see. Who's his barber? So I know. All right, you ready, Pat? Jay Smooth wants to know, who is your barber so he knows not to go there? That's what he said.
My barber is a great man named Nelson. So he's a good guy. He comes to my fight, so don't take his card if you don't like the haircut.
All right, so now we have Chili729 says, who wins, Pat, between you and Miguel at 180?
At 180 pounds?
Yeah.
I don't think Miguel is 180 pounds, so I don't think that would ever happen. But Miguel's my teammate, so I'm not going to talk bad about Miguel.
Yeah, I'm not sure who, but apparently they know something here. That's a good question, though. How would you, if you were put in a situation to fight a teammate, would you step to the plate and do that, or would it be tough for you to do?
I definitely wouldn't want to. I mean, probably wouldn't. I mean, it would have to be like a extreme benefit for me. You know what I mean? I wouldn't. There's thousands of people to fight. You know what I mean? So I would try not to fight. I mean, although you fight them all the time in training, and I wouldn't want to fight, real fight against a teammate unless it was, severely, beneficial for my career. I wouldn't want to do that.
Okay, so what organization would you look forward to most fighting at? I mean, I know UFC is the mecca right there, but is there like some place that you have your heart set on fighting? Is there the Bellators, the UFC? Is there a place that you see yourself within the next couple of years?
I mean, obviously, UFC is where I want to be, where everyone wants to be. I mean, before that, Bellator. I got some teammates that fought for Bellator. I would fight some fights at Bellator. CES is a pretty good promotion locally. Anywhere that would help me grow and try to get to the UFC, that's the ultimate goal.
I noticed a lot of canceled bouts. I'm looking at your stats here, and a lot of people canceled on you. And I've noticed this with a lot of fighters. What do you think the reasoning is? Do you think they're scared shitless to get in the cage with you, or you think it's legit?
I don't know. There could be a combination of things. A lot of times some people at the amateur level don't take it as serious as other people. I'm an amateur, but I don't train like it. I take this like it's like I'm a pro fighter, like this is my job. So I think some people think they want to fight, and it gets closer, and they realize that it's probably not for them, and they might fake an injury or roll their ankle. Or sometimes I'm sure it's legitimate injuries. I can't say for sure. I've had people pull out with all sorts of injuries and all sorts of excuses, but could be legit, or could be a little. They kind of second guessed. They thought they wanted to fight, and they realized maybe they didn't have the time to prepare like they wanted, or whatever. I can't really say. I've never pulled out of a fight, so I can't speak on that.
With that being said, there's someone in the chat, Brian Royer, wants to know if your penis is circumcised.
Strange. I'll let my girlfriend answer the question.
Have you ever have you ever done an interview where someone asks you that question? I just need to know.
No, that is the first. That is the first.
Oh, welcome to the MMA-Holes. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna see if we can find a good question here because these people are fucking out of their minds.
Absolute MMA 101.
What does Absolute say?
He wants to know what his initial martial art background was.
That's a good question. Initial martial art background. So basically, how did you get started? What kind of fighter are you? What do you specify in? What's your type of martial art style?
I mean, I came in learning everything. I didn't come in with a particular background on anything. Like I said, I was a football player, and I just came in learning MMA altogether. I mean, I study everything, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai, anything you can think of, I study now. But I didn't come in to mixed martial arts with any prior. A little boxing. I did a very little boxing. I mean, talking like a couple months maybe. But I mean, no real background in anything other than mixed martial arts. I started pretty much fresh.
So, okay, let's see. Now, this is an interesting question. Would Pat fight on Bellator and get paid or settle for the UFC for a pay cut? What would you prefer to do?
It would probably depend on the specific situation. I mean, the UFC is the goal. So, I mean, if I could get a chance to fight in the UFC, I'd probably take that. I mean, it would probably depend on the exact numbers and everything, but the UFC is the ultimate goal. So if I could get a chance to fight there, I'd probably take that.
Patrick Hanley wants to know, what style does he match up best against?
All of them.
There you go. That's the answer.
I think Bruce Lee said something like, your style is my style or whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I'll adjust to whatever their style is. I don't go in there saying I need to fight this kind of guy or that kind of guy. I just adjust to what happens in there.
What do you do outside of MMA? What do you do for fun? Like, are you a movie person? Do you you said sports and stuff like that? What is your hobbies outside of MMA?
Well, I work with students with autism, so that's something, that I spend most of my day doing. Outside of that, I do watch a lot of Seinfeld. I'm a big Seinfeld fan.
Great show.
Seinfeld, great classic show. Seinfeld, Family Guy. I pretty much do that and work out and train all the time. And I work out, I go to work, I work out more, I train a little more, and I come home, put on some Seinfeld, go to sleep, and do it all over again. I don't have any weird hobbies.
No, nothing crazy. Any crazy superstitions?
When I'm at the gym, say you're at the gym and I'm laying on a bench doing something, and I have I don't know, a water bottle or a set of keys. I need to have even things on each side. If I have I won't have a key in the water bottle on one side. I'll have the keys and then my water bottle on the other side. Something about balance and being even, it throws me off. So when I'm on a bench, any type of bench working out, I have even number of things on both sides.
No kidding.
It's probably, yeah. It's kind of weird. I think it's a balance. I don't know, something mentally I want everything to be equal on both sides. I don't know.
If it's not like that, do you get pissed off? Does it ruin your day if it's not like that, or?
It's not that extreme. It doesn't ruin my day, but if I notice it, I'll move it. I'll move it before I do the exercise.
That's awesome. Pat Casey is live on the MMA-Holes. I have 400 million more questions. I'm not going to keep going. I'd love to have you back on again. June 10th, he is fighting Strong. Premier FC 23. It's going to go down. It's going to be Agawam. I keep on saying the name wrong, but it's going to be sick. It's the last place that just go to the website.
Agawam.
There you go. Pat Casey, what's the predictions? Any round finish? What are we looking at? How is this fight going to go down?
My only prediction is that I will win. It's a promise, not a prediction. A promise. I'll win. In whatever way I have to win, I'll find a way to win.
One last question from the chat. Patrick Hanley wants to know, what rom-com is your favorite romantic comedy?
I don't even know what the heck that is.
If you're sitting down with your girlfriend, does she make you watch romantic comedies?
Oh, no, not usually. We have 2 TVs, so if some of that nonsense comes out, I'll go watch I'll go watch Seinfeld.
No Real Housewives.
I generally win the battle over the remote. So.
That's awesome. Like I said, I have a million more questions. It's great having you on. I definitely want to have you on again. This is a lot of fun. We learned a lot about you, and I think you have a bunch of new fans right now, all pumped up to see you. Tell everyone why they want to buy this pay-per-view, why they want to be at the event, and plug your sponsors when you have a chance.
All right, if you like fighting, you like excitement, explosive fighting, an entertaining night, I promise I'll give you that. I'll come out, I'll win, I'll do it in an exciting fashion. And, I just like to say shout out to Team Link, all my training partners, Team Link, all the people from Springfield, my city, all my friends, family, the fan base, the jungle, as we call the fan base, the jungle, everyone in the jungle, come out and support. And, we're going to raise up 2 belts, and we'll see what happens after that.
Okay, I need you to do one more thing, and I fucking pissed off I didn't ask Miguel this. I forgot to do this, but I'm going to ask you, the Gorilla Ninja, Pat Casey. I need you to look into the camera and say, I am Pat Casey, and I am an MMA hole.
I am Pat Casey, and I am an MMA hole.
You've heard it there. Pat Casey is an MMA hole. Belts on all over. You gotta have belts everywhere. When you get out of bed, you could be tripping over belts all over the place. It's gonna be insane.
That's the plan, man.
Pat, thank you for coming on. It was really awesome chatting with you, and good luck when you fight. And I can't wait to talk to you again.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
All right, Pat Casey. That was cool as shit. All right, guys. Pat Casey was live on the MMA Holes. Let me know what you guys think. And what do you think of that, Pat Casey being on there? Right?
Yeah, I'm a fan. Definitely a fan.
Right?
He's got a good story. I did want to ask him a question. I just didn't want to interrupt on your show.
Oh, that's right. It's okay. It's all right. Christine was clanking dishes and plates and stuff like that over there, and she interrupted, but it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, Pat Casey. I mean, I think Pat has like he's got the whole package. He's a brawler. He puts on a show at the fight, but he has that. If you go to his Instagram, check out his Instagram. It's pretty funny, man. The guy is totally like, he is always in that character. But what was cool is to interview and talk to him and see the human side of Pat Casey. We get to see him brawling and we get to see that character, but to see the other side of Pat Casey and know a little bit about how he is behind the scenes was kind of cool. It makes you even want to root for him even more. And I think that was kind of cool,
Definitely. It's such a hard career.
Oh, yeah.
You got to be seen at the right time, at the right place. Or you could be doing this for years and not be seen and not go nowhere.
It is. It's heartbreaking when you see these guys get in there and suffer a terrible loss, and they do everything for their family, especially amateur guys. Amateur guys aren't really getting paid. They're not getting paid for these events. Pro guys do, but Ami guys, they basically are looking to pad those stats and become pro. So when you see guys go in there, train all these months hard and strong, and then all of a sudden they suffer a terrible loss, a terrible victory, a damn pesky victory. It's insane. It really is. All right, chat room, let's look in here. What do you guys think of Pat Casey and Miguel hanging out on the MMA Holes? Patrick Hanley says, I love you, Ant.
Oh, Pat.
Wonderful.
It's nice to see Pat Hanley. Patrick Hanley is in Cuba right now. Insane. Fucking insane. Okay, I think Miguel would beat Pat. All right.
Wonderful.
There you go. That's Chili729 says that. Marlin says, okay. When is the dance? X-Ghost is going to prom next weekend. Well, that's very nice. That's good to see. We should film it. That is deep, Ant, says Pat Hanley. It is deep. It is. Anthony's deep right now. What do you guys think of the voice of Anthony in the background? If you guys want more Anthony, hit the ones in the chat right now, and maybe we could have Anthony hang out and be that second opinion. He definitely has a deeper voice than me. I sound like a nasally fuck, but at least he has that nice soothing voice. Makes you everyone want to jerk off. I'm glad we got to ask Pat if he's circumcised. I think that was a good question. Yeah.
Wow, look at that question.
What's that?
Sumter versus Casey.
Justin Sumter versus Pat Casey. I like Pat, but
I know.
Never go against the fort. Never go against the fort. And speaking of the fort, next week, Tuesday night, we're going to have Sumter on, and he shouted out the MMA Holes on CES on Access TV live. Fucking Justin Sumter. Man, oh man. That's cool. Look, Marlon wants more Anthony. Olympia Lowlife wants more Anthony.
Dick's
Dick's out for Anthony.
I'll spare you all by not going on camera. It's a bad, bad sight.
He literally is. He's not a human, actually. He's an alien. And holy shit, Craig Lee's here. Craig Lee says, just got home. Love to all, can't stay. I think he's getting some ass.
There you go.
What do you think? Bill, be there in the next show. Okay. Microphone, nice microphone, you fook. Yeah, this microphone was from V-Neck. It was sitting around in V-Neck's closet. And I'm like, if it's going to collect dust, well, fucking hey, I'm going to use it. Jay Smooth wants to see more Anthony. Matt Salisbury wants to see more Anthony.
My man, Jay Smooth.
That's right. The smoothest motherfucker.
Let me ask you, who do you think out of all the interviews you've done has the best odds?
Best odds. See, here's the thing. Like, these guys are young. They're amateur fighters right now. Right now, Justin Sumter is 4-1. The guy is on a tear. The guy's strong. He's black. He's probably got the biggest dig of the group. And I would know. Justin is top dog. Justin, the reason why I have a special place for Justin is because Justin is the first fighter we had on the show. Justin is an awesome dude. Gave us the shout out on Access. But like, just putting that aside right now, Justin Sumter, I mean, he's a big dude too. Justin fights at 185 and walks out easy over 2. Walks around. So Justin, William Knight's a beast. That's
the backflip?
Yeah, he's a beast. But that's a whole nother story. Hi, Craig, says Marlin. Salute, Craig, says Mexican. Craig, says Olympia Lowlife. Brian Rogers says, who's the other voice? That's in your mind. He doesn't exist. Patrick Hanley, thanks, Anthony. Peace, Craig. Ian says, no sound. There's no sound. Oh, my God. You racist fook, says Shafui. That's right. Marlin says, why is Anthony hiding? Because Anthony's dick is out right now, and he doesn't want everyone to see it. Anthony, why are you hiding?
Bad sight, guys. Ugly, overweight. I didn't shave.
Yeah. He looks a little bit like
It's better than falling asleep on the couch at 2:11, right?
That's true. That is true. So this is not going to stay like this. I'm in my living room right now. This is a Fight Buddies turned into a Tuesday night show. I'm going to move the party back into the office space. I'm going to try to have a little setup here where we could have guests on and have people sit in. I kind of like that, having people come in live and just hang out. Even if they're not on camera, be off camera and add a little bit to the show and be more swole. We had a couple more subscribers thanks to our guests on here, and I thank them. Oh, we forgot to do this. 30 likes. I forgot to make them dance. And we put this. John! There he is. 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
I hope the dislikes die of AIDS. That's right. Marlon says, just like you have no pants. Yep, no pants in the living room. That's right.
Yeah, Mexican, remember? On the car ride? Remember when you did the car stream? That's right.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Mexican figured it out.
That's it.
So now if you want to know what he looks like, you go back to that video. And then they find you.
That's it.
He called you out. Someone asked something about having bigger fighters. Let's see. Brian Roy just says, you need to get some bigger names, interviews. It would really bump up the subscribers. So here's the thing with this, if you want a little story here. We actually had Wonder Boy and Chris Weidman. We did an event for them. We've done interviews. We've had, we've had some cool people. We haven't had like super crazy, UFC champs and stuff. Well, we did. An ex-champ, Chris Weidman. I mean, it wasn't kind of like an interview. It was an interaction. But I've noticed this. The shows that have the interviews are the shows that get the lower ratings for some reason. I have no idea why. And not just me. I noticed some of the other MMA channels, the channels that I'm friends with, I see they have legit guys, and they're getting no ratings. We get the biggest ratings when it's just me and you just fucking shooting the shit. So I am not in a rush. Will I pass up a big name? No. I would have a big name on and ask them about their circumcision as well. But I'm in no rush to have a big name here. If I land one, I land one. I've tried to have Wonder Boy one-on-one on the show. I've emailed him multiple times, And he could lick my balls because he doesn't answer.
Lick my balls.
Good guy, but fucking A. But tonight, Tuesday night, I'm hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, a couple more things, and I'm going to wind this thing down. We have our regular show. We will be hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Tomorrow night for Ultimate Fighter recap. We have a lot of things to talk about with that. Cody Garbrandt, what's up with his back. TJ Dillashaw, will he fight Mighty Mouse? A lot of stuff going on with that. So stay tuned for that tomorrow night after the Ultimate Fighter, episode number 4. All right. Get Luke Rockhold. Yeah, that cuck. I would love to get him, but you know what? Luke Rockhold is a terrible interview. If you have Luke Rockhold on, it would be a miserable interview. He's so full of himself and so slow-spoken and this and that. It would be a terrible interview. I could ask him the dumbest shit, and he'll just look at me with his beautiful face. And, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't jump through hoops for that fucking interview. There's many guys I would like to talk to before Luke Rockhold. Marlon, would you get wet over Luke? Yes. Well, she actually admitted to that, right? Marlon would lick
my balls.
Luke Rockhold's balls. Yeah.
Wonderful.
That's right. That is right. Angel Cuevas says Pat would, I think it'd fight Michael Knight. Pat would fight Michael Knight. That is wonderful.
Wonderful.
She loves the Wonder Boy. That's true. She does. We got to get Marlon. If you are around tomorrow night, we're going to be going on a little bit later because the Ultimate Fighter, but I would love to have you on and discuss about your trip and talk with the Holes. They miss you. So if you're around Wednesday night, maybe we could have you stop in for a hot minute to hang out with the Holes. Actually, we could have you stop in now if you. I mean, should we have Marlon on now? What do you think?
I think you should put Marlon as your subscriber dance and take John out.
Topless? Marlon topless as our 10 more likes. I'll have Marlon with as a subscriber. So when someone subscribes, Marlon dances.
And get John out of there.
Oh, that's 10 more likes. So if we have Marlon pop up here, I've got 10 more likes and it's Marlon topless?
Right.
Okay. Yes.
Wonderful.
The cringiest live MMA show on YouTube is the MMA-Holes. Now, if you're not subscribed, do it right now. Click the bell next to the subscription thing so you get the alerts. It is wonderful. Fears Man is here. Says, yeah, dude. Ew, nope, Chris. Now, what are you saying nope to? The topless thing or coming on? Let me know. Wonderful, says Jafui.
Wonderful.
Mexican, no, we didn't. Mexican's asking inappropriate questions. Mm-hmm. I am only allowed to ask the inappropriate questions. And thank you, Marlon, for the donation, by the way. You are awesome. You are great. I got to take a piss. Hey, you want to talk to these people while I take a piss? You have a second? You can just read the chat. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Anthony's going to talk to you guys for a second. I got a pee-pee. I'm going to do the pee-pee dance. So I'll be right back. But Anthony's going to read the chat. I'm going to put it in the chat room, the live chat. If you have any questions for Anthony, ask him now.
This is going to get bad, so hurry up.
I'm going to pee bad. Try to convince Marlon to come on. Maybe we'll have her on.
I know it's kind of hard to talk about anything when you really put on a spot like that. But I guess we'll just wait for Chris to come back from taking a piss. There you go. She's going to come on. Marlon's going to come on. Our boy Pat's over in Cuba doing his thing. Patty boy, when do you come back? Sometime soon? Do you get any visitation? What are you doing? Marlon's gonna come on.
She wants to come on?
Yeah.
Cool. Topless or no?
I don't know.
Such a proof. All right. So Marlon wants to come on. We're gonna let's put her on. Why not? If you guys want Marlon on, hit us with the ones. And look, Patrick says you're doing great.
Yeah, terrific.
This is the first time Patrick Hanley is hanging out.
Matt Serra's balls.
What happened?
The Absolute MMA wants to know how what I think of Matt Serra's balls last night.
Absolute MMA is good people. Albertino is hilarious, man. I don't know if, is he still there?
He was throwing off some stuff before.
Albertino wants to have sex with V-neck. And
Mexican just has no filter. He just goes. It's great.
Mexican's the best, man. Mexicans might be one of the oldest in the chat right now.
He's one of the originals, right?
Yeah, Mexican. He definitely. If it wasn't for people like Mexican, we wouldn't be here, man. Mexican's fucking cool. He's good people. And Mexican is he stood up for the holes, man. He's like a good soldier too, as well. It's a good person to have in your corner. All right. You know, I lost my guest song. I wanted to play the guest song when Patrick came on, but the production is terrible today. Where is it? Where is the fucking guest song? My guest song has
Head movement! Head movement! Head movement! Head movement! Head movement!
there it is.
Head movement! Head movement!
And my guest song has head movement. It does. It really does. This is a calm, chill Tuesday night. We had Pat Casey on. I'm pissed off, though. This is the one thing. If I had one thing to get pissed off about, it's Miguel. We had Miguel Cuevas on, and I didn't get him to say that he's an MMA hole. So you know what that means. That means that Miguel will win every belt in the UFC. Miguel will be top dog, and we will not get I am an MMA hole from Miguel. This is bad. We need to get him back on now. We need Miguel, if you're watching, come back in and say it. We got Pat to say it. That was nice of Pat. That Jim Link is pretty stacked with fighters. Nick Alley, the guy for Bellator, he's out of that gym. Miguel, Pat, they got some killers over there. So Boston represent. Boston. What does this chat room look like? Does it look sexy as usual?
Mm-hmm.
Chris emailed me the link. Oh fuck! I sent you a dick pic. I didn't know you wanted the link. Fuck. Hate when that happens. And don't you hate when that happens? That's a yes. What happened? This is a little science experiment. Let's see what happened if we made Anthony's voice deeper than it already is. Ready? Ready for this? Say, just start doing the ABCs and let's see what it sounds like.
You ready?
Yeah.
A, B, C, D.
That's the Carrie. I should have deep voiced Pat Casey. I tell you what, he was a good sport, Pat. He was awesome, man. He rolled with the punches. He had a lot to say. Miguel was lurking in the shadows. I'm digging the hair. That was fucking cool. Two cool people. Two good cats hanging out in the MMA holes. Look at this chat.
I'm looking at Mexican.
Screw Chicago Fire.
MMA hole queen.
This is more entertaining. This is Stephanie Cuevas. Thank you, Stephanie. Now, Stephanie, are you subscribed to the MMA holes? Because if you're not, do it right now, and your name will pop up right over here, and it'll be wonderful, wonderful. And if you are, welcome to the family. It's good to see you. This week, we will be doing 5 shows. That's right. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday of MMA holes. It's a lot of MMA holes this week. There's no fight buddies this weekend. So that's good. I get to actually have a normal life. It's kind of cool. So Mexican says he's praying for to baby Jesus for the low-cut top on the queen. Now, which Jesus are you praying to, Mex? The one in the chat or the one upstairs? Miguel, get back on. That's right. So, guys, I got something for you. Uh-oh. Good thing there's a dancer here because we got a guest. You ready, Marlon?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, let's get those boobs. All right, here we go. You're
Fly is up for the camera.
That pesky donation bar is in the way. God damn it. All right, we got to move the donation bar. She's wising up. Marlon Lane is wising. And this is the first time that we get... Whoa, easy. Holy, you almost knocked us out there. Holy shit. Holy fuck, you hit me in the head with them things. All right, so this is the first time we have Marlon Lane. We have Anthony live in the MMA holes. This is exciting news. Marlon, how are you? I feel like I haven't spoke to you in like 4 weeks.
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
You did it again, Marlon. How you doing? She did it again. She did it again.
What did I too.
No, I don't
said,
know.
how are you doing?
I'm just messing with you. You know, I got to mess with you a little bit. Us East Coast accents and West Coast accents, we're so polar opposites, and it's great. It's awesome. You know what? Speaking of accents, are you not like, do you not really want to know what Jesus sounds like? Like, I'm dying to hear that Greek accent from Jesus.
I didn't know he was Greek, but yeah, I would want to hear it.
Right? I don't know how to do a Greek accent. Do you know how to do a Greek accent? No? I don't know. How does a Greek person talk? I have no idea. I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
Do your best Greek accent right now.
I couldn't do it for the life of me. I wouldn't know what to say.
They want to be Italians? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's like, I'm Greek. No, I don't know. My Russian and Greek are the same.
A lot of hair gel.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so Marlon, thanks for coming on. It's good to have you here. I don't know, did you get to catch both of the fighters? What did you get to see?
Yeah, I got to listen to both interviews, but I am not familiar with either really one of them. I know their record because I was looking them up while they were talking, but did they fight recently? Is that how you got to know them?
So both guys, the Premier FC 22, the video I put on, and actually it's kind of cool. I'm really a good YouTuber, right, Ant?
Very good.
Yeah, I'm really good.
Yeah.
And I segregate my videos and I put them in old. Is that even right, or is that racist? I don't know. I put my videos. I collect my videos and I put them in the right spot. I put them in playlists. So what's kind of cool is you have a Premier FC 22 playlist. You have a Marlon Lane playlist for fapping. No, we don't have that. I should make that playlist, but we don't have that. But yeah, go back, check it out, Premier FC 22, and those are the guys that were fighting on the card that I got to do the ringside interviews and all that stuff. So I got to see both guys fight live.
Cool. Yeah, I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, they're good people. Now, Pat ripped the microphone out of my hands. I let him take the microphone. And
you would have caught one, right?
Yeah, I would have fucking, I took him out.
And punch him, like Anthony said.
That's it.
Yeah.
Man. How was training with Wonder Boy?
It was fun. It was super fun. I didn't have like any sparring sessions with him because he was still recovering from his surgery, but he was it was super fun to spend 5 days with him and his family, so I loved it. Yeah.
He seems like a real likable person, but he has no shot at ever beating Tyrone Woodley. Ever. I'm sorry. I know you're a fan, but
Hey, that's okay. You're entitled to your opinion. No problem there.
She's like, opinions are like assholes, and everyone has.
they all stink.
And they all stink, yeah. But yeah, I mean, you got the chance to hang out. Now, this is the beauty of Twitter. Let's talk about the beauty of Twitter. A lot of people are like, I don't do Twitter. And well, actually, Anthony's guilty of it too. But I don't do Twitter either until I did this show. And then I noticed that if you want to meet new people, like, or learn about celebrities, the best way to interact with them is through Twitter. Now, Marlon Lane actually became kind of tight with the family over there. So this never would have happened if it wasn't for Twitter. So definitely, if anything you can learn out of this is have Twitter, because it always ends in sex. No.
That's what the Mexican seems to think.
Maybe for you guys, but I don't know.
Mexican thinks you smashed Wonder Boy for sure. Oh my God. Mexican thinks you're glowing right now.
No.
You ask Marlon that, and then Marlon says, No! Marlon, did you have sex with Wonder Boy?
No!
Right? I helped you out there.
I guess it's better than head movement, right? I guess so.
Well, yeah, head movement would have been yes. It's good to talk again. So,
yeah, it's good to see you guys.
What do you think about this? Now, I know someone in the chat did say something about have like higher caliber MMA fighters, and that would be great. Sure, I would love to have higher caliber MMA fighters. But I'm actually intrigued by these younger guys right now coming up in the game, because you never know which one's gonna hit. You know, it's kind of like watching, people that love to watch college sports. They like to see these people before they become the real deal. I think it's better in fighting because it means a lot more for these athletes to make it. They're fighting in amateur fights. They're making no money, and they're just putting everything out there in a cage, beating the fuck out of someone or getting the fuck beat out of them. What do you think about the amateur game, the amateur fighters, Marlon?
Well, I mean, kind of like what you just said, you have to really have a heart for this game or the sport in order to be an amateur. Because, like you said, there's really no monetary, gain from it. But I think it's great if you do want to become pro, because obviously you're getting your name out there, you're showing your skill set, and I mean, anytime you get a fight, I don't think it's ever a bad thing because you get that experience. So, hats off to all the amateur fighters out there. It's just like, the two you had on tonight.
Yeah, it's really cool. So that's why I like to have these guys on and get to know them a little bit. It's good stuff. I like a guy like Pat Casey. Miguel is a fucking sweetheart. How nice is that kid? That guy was super duper nice, and Pat Casey with the charisma. I love that character that Pat Casey has. I don't know if you guys follow him on Instagram, but definitely check it out. Let me see if I can find his Instagram. I knew I had it there somewhere. What did I say it was? It was something. Anyway, look early in the video. He's good. Oh shit, I have it up right now. I have it on the screen. I'm a dickbag. Pat Casey at Pat Casey 1035. Yeah, definitely check him out on Instagram. It's funny, man. He has the Conor McGregor swag. It's so funny, man. All his pictures are him. Here I am eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it looks like he's gonna fucking kill you as like the peanut butter jelly sandwich is right there. It's awesome. I love that shit.
Cool. Yeah, I'll definitely check him out.
Now, Marlon, we have some business to talk about here. Okay, we have some big business.
Okay.
Now, okay, Stipe Miocic beats Junior Dos Santos. Okay, what is next for Stipe? Now, there's a lot of people talking about Ngannou. There's other names out there that are flying around. It rhymes with cack yeast. Cack yeast. Someone is going to be picked, hand selected to find Stipe. Now, here is the kicker. Stipe is looking to take some time off, which looks like it's going to fall into play. This is a prediction of mine. It's going to fall into play where the Black Beast beats Mark Hunt and goes after Stipe. Now, you have a guy sitting right there, ready to rock in Francis Ngannou, young star, superstar, beast animal, looking to grab that belt, and he even called out Stipe. Then you got guys like Verdum and Kane and all these guys. Verdum, who's Verdum fighting? He's fighting someone. Overeem, is it?
Oh, he's Overeem, yeah.
Okay, so you got that fight about to happen. All these guys up there that are looking to snatch that belt from Stipe and keep him away from being the heavyweight champion GOAT of the UFC. Two questions. Okay. Who do you think is going to be the challenger? And who do you want to be the challenger?
Oh, man. I think and I want Ngannou to be the challenger. I think he is still a little new to be fighting for the title so much or so quickly, but I think everybody wants him to fight. It's between him and, Lewis. Werdum, I don't see him getting a shot anytime soon. I mean, maybe depending on how his performance is with, Overeem, maybe. Velasquez, I wouldn't mind seeing that, but he's been out of the game so long, I would like to see a warm-up fight for him before. So yeah, it'd have to be between Francis and, Derek. But
Francis and Derek.
Yeah, but I don't know. Derek Lewis, obviously, he had a great, first great fight with Travis Brown, but I don't know. I still don't think he's a contender material yet.
Well, that's the thing. There's fighters that you like and there's fighters that you hate. Everyone has the guys that they hate, the girls that they hate, the guys that they like, the girl, everyone has those people. I'm guilty of it too. I have these fighters that I just can't stand. They could be really good and I respect their skills, but it's just, even if they deserve it, I don't want to see it, I think that's the beauty of being a fan. I think the fact that we get the chance to be able to be like that, or be hypocritical. Like, I'm so hypocritical. Like, I want to see my guys win. I want to see my guys get the shot, and fuck the rankings. You know, I want to see those guys. But the interesting part about Derek Lewis is he doesn't give a shit about the belt. It's so wild. He's just like, I don't care. If he loses, I'll fight that guy. Like, it's so bizarre. He just wants to get paid. He just wants money. And I'm curious if that is going to hurt or help a guy like Derek Lewis.
Well, see, I remember hearing in an interview saying that he don't know when he's going to give up fighting because he just kind of takes it day by day, and it's not like a passion in his heart. I think he likes, obviously, winning and getting money, but to me, based on the interview, it didn't seem like his heart was really in fighting. And to me, in order to be a champion, you got to have the heart. You got to have the whole package. You can't just have the skill set. To me, you got to be a champion, like have champion material. Are you a good, do you have good sportsmanship? Do you have the appeal? Do you have the respect? Do you have the skill? Obviously, there's so many factors that go hand in hand with it. And I just don't think Lewis is there yet. Maybe he will. Maybe he'll change his mind and be like, okay, this is, I'm not going to give up on fighting. This is what I want. If he says he wants that belt because that's the pinnacle of his sport and that's where he wants to be, then I can respect him for that. But I just haven't felt that from him in interviews. So
now Marlon Lane is live on the MMA-Holes. I got to get a pop-up for you. But, Marlon Lane, just look for Marlon Lane on social media. She'll pop up with the beautiful smile because Marlon Lane is hanging with us.
Hanging with the boys!
And she's hanging out with Anthony right now as well. Anthony, if you have any questions for Marlon, you could jump in while you have her here. But the trip, it seems like it went well. Something happened with the nose, as from what I hear. Something happened. How's the nose feeling right now?
It's fine right now. I mean, it's been a week since it happened. I just got a knee to the nose in jiu-jitsu. I mean, it was unfortunate. It was not expected, of course, but it happens. And but I'm fine. There's luckily my nose is not broke or anything. They said it's gonna take about a month though to feel no pain, and I can start sparring lightly again next week. So he says it looks like it was like a very, very badly bruised. I think he said the word stress fracture. It was the doctor said. I have a checkup again in a month, but I'm okay. Well,
I'm glad you're okay. It's just another day at the office, huh? Getting a stress bruise fracture. What do the people at work say? Like the people at work, what do they say when you come in and you're like, my nose is busted?
Oh, they tell me to stop all the time because they see the bruises on my body. They see the swellings that I come in with. Most of them are just like, okay, whatever, they're used to it. And then mostly the females are like, no, stop it, don't hurt yourself, So, but I mean, like I said, my nose, this is like the third or fourth time I've had my nose busted. So it bled less this time. So it's getting used to it, it seems like. So.
Well, that's good.
I'm okay.
Less blood is always good. I feel like every time I talk to you, I feel like less of a man. Like you're like, yeah, I just got my nose broken. I'm like, oh fuck, I chipped my nail on the keyboard the other day. I missed the tissue when I jerked off.
Hello.
Whoops, that was Anthony. That wasn't me. That's a bad day for me. Looking at this chat right now. There's a bunch of people hanging out in here. If just by looking at the avatars right now, okay. I don't know if you can see the chat. Do you have the chat up or you can't see it?
No, I don't right now. No.
Okay, forget it. I'm not going to ask it then. Let's see what we got in the chat. Knee to the face. Says Jay Smooth. Wait, it was a knee, right? You said, Marlon?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. See, the MMA-Holes, they're willing to nurse you back to health. So, Tim F says Derek Lewis loves white women's. He does.
I know. I heard him what he said about Ronda in the cage.
What do you think about Albertino's sexual fantasies with V-neck? He wants to know where his fine ass is at tonight. What do you think about this?
He's going to have to compete with Carrie on that.
Oh my God. I actually rewatched a little bit of the Carrie thing with Anthony last night. I was like, you got to see this. You just got to watch this unravel. On Friday, we had Carrie on, and V-neck was on as well. And Carrie, it was a scene. It was a real scene. I don't know if you got to see any of that, but fucking A, Carrie she's Carrie.
Get her on.
What's the thoughts? What are your thoughts on Carrie? What do you think? How much longer does she have to live with these escapades? The life expectancy.
That's completely on her. I mean, I don't know. I have nothing against Carrie. She's always been kind to me when we've been in the chat together, and so, but I mean, yeah, she obviously has her own show and you guys all watch it and you seem to get a kick out of it. So whether it's a sincerity kick or it's like, something else, but yeah.
No, it's we watch her show because we're attracted. It's the cat's out of the bag right now. We attracted Carrie. So, did you ever think about starting a YouTube channel? Have you ever thought about doing that for yourself?
Oh no, that's never crossed my mind.
Everyone in the chat right now, if you would like to see a Marlon Lane YouTube channel, hit me with the ones. I'm just curious to see if people would actually be into that. But that would be kind of cool, But what would you do if you had to start a YouTube channel, hypothetically speaking? What kind of channel would you start? Would it be about dancing? Would it be about MMA? Would it be about movies? Slinging dick? What would your channel be about?
Gosh, I don't know. Because to be honest with you, even though I am pursuing things that could be in the public eye, I am relatively a private person. Even on my social media sites, I don't really post much. I'll do a picture here and there on my Instagram of, my travels or something. But other than that, I'm pretty private. So I don't know. I couldn't think of doing anything. I mean, I don't know.
Right now in the chat, Brad Thompson, Tim F, Jay Smooth, Absolute MMA, Jafui. I always say Jafui. I don't know how to say his name, but I just like saying Jafui. All want to see that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subscribers right there. If you open the channel right now, you would have 5 immediate, 6 being me, 6 subscribers. what would you what would you call it? The Marlin experience?
I don't know. The Marlin experience? That could be totally taken in the wrong context.
YouTube and tits. Tits tube. You would go viral in a second and you would blow past the MMA holes. I'd be so jelly. Would you have me on your show?
No.
You wouldn't have me on your show?
No, I thought you meant when I show my tits on the show. I said no.
Oh, jeez, get your mind out of the gutter.
Have you boobs on my show? Okay, sure.
All right, I'll make sure when you open your channel that I'll have my boobs on your show. Fair enough?
Yeah.
I'll wear a bra.
And then make sure you stand up for all the ladies since, you wear no pants.
Yeah, so I could show off my vagina. Be great. Hydrostatic, what's up, friend? Says, I can do without Carrie and the vulgar talk. Just my personal opinion. I got at that point. Hydro, yeah, you know what? You and 2 other people hate our vulgar talk. It's fine. Listen, it's not for everybody. The Marlon Lane doesn't really curse. If you notice, she's good with her language. She did say that she may have a trucker mouth when at the right sex. No, but no. Actually, that's it. No, I'm not going to get there. But yeah, you know what? Listen, when we created this channel, it's called the MMA-Holes. So unfortunately, there is a lot of dysfunctional, dirty talk, and we don't mean any of it. It's all in good fun. So if you don't like that stuff, my apologies. But you could go fuck yourself. All right, so Marlene.
Well, that settles that.
Were you surprised that we asked Pat Casey if he was circumcised?
No, that's what you guys do.
It was Anthony's idea. Oh, God.
Poor Anthony. When you left to the bathroom, he was just all quiet. And he's like, yeah, well.
I don't have an act for this. This guy's got a natural flow to doing this. You can't just leave me here without anything to talk about. What you see is what you get.
I tell you what, if we had Anthony on every week, like once a week, I think he would loosen up a little bit and he would be very good. I really do think he would be good. And he actually has a better radio voice than me. So there you go. He already has a leg up and a penis up on me. So He would be good. But yeah, I would like to do that, maybe have like random people. Let me know in the chat what you think. If I would have random people just sit in. Doesn't have to be on camera, but at least it'd be another person to bounce off of. Maybe I could have like a different person on a different day. That'd be kind of cool.
What is it that you're pursuing that's going to put you in the public eye?
Well, I have a lot of things that are technically under my belt. I do movies. I do.
I think you better
dancing.
specify before this chat room gets a hold of that you do movies.
So yeah, so that's just primarily those two. I mean, I'm practicing martial arts right now, but I don't think. Unless something comes from that, but yeah, primarily the movies and the dancing. So.
Marlon Lane is live on the MMA-Holes. Someone said Marlon Holes. That's a good name for a channel. Marlon Holes. Fill those holes. But I didn't. That's Albertino said that. I'm just reading it. Okay, so MMA, pussy, money, and weed. That's what Jay Smooth is about. If you had to name 4 things that you're about, Marlon, what would it be? 4 things.
I know what her first is.
I would say
faith,
theater, dancing, faith, and
Wonder
MMA.
Boy. Oh, you said. Oh, I think you said Wonder Boy. All right. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right. So let's see.
What about you?
Oh, 4 things.
Yeah.
Let me think. Anthony, Carrie, Marlon, and of course my wife. Of course. There we go. Right? That's 4 things.
That's good.
I'm sure she'll like that she was 4th on that list.
I almost threw the computer at her when we were doing an interview,
man.
and she was clanking the freaking forks and knives. I'm like, now you can. I'm trying to listen to Karen. It's like clink, 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 clink. Sounds like she was fucking fencing in the background. Brad Thompson says, I would like to comment upon McGregor Mayweather. This fight is a joke. Oh my God. Connor, do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Marlon, are you so over the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather talk right now?
I haven't heard much about it recently, to be honest with you. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, I'm just like, whatever about it. Until there's a confirmation date, then I'll get more hyped about it, so.
Yeah, it always finds a way to come up into the conversation. But last I heard, if anyone even gives a shit, is Dana White is good with McGregor. Like, they're done. They're moving over to the Mayweather party, and they're going to try to get a deal going there. But Dana White's done. He's completely, you could tell he's like, I'm enough. I know it's going to make a lot of money, but let's move on. And I think the fans think that way too. It's like, let's move on. Let's be honest. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. But yeah, like you said, Marlon, let them give us a date, say it's official, and then we could obsess over it.
Exactly. Yeah.
What do you think about Luke Rockhold and his comments on the middleweight division? Oh, he said something today?
Did you see what he says about something about Dana White should keep his mouth shut?
Oh, no, he said that. Yeah, he said that a little while back. He's all pissed off. Well, he went out there and said something about the middleweight division, and Dana White is like, well, maybe you shouldn't get knocked out before you run your mouth. And then Luke Rockhold responded back, and it's like, Luke Rockhold, really fun fighter to watch. But God, when he opens his mouth, the stupidity that comes out, it's like, oh my God. It's just dumb. Dumb. That's why I hear when Luke Rockhold.
That's why he's pretty.
yeah, it's true. It's like a bimbo. I would never say that to his face, but I can say it here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what people are like, oh, you should get... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, Dana White has a point. Like, all these fighters are saying, I want more money, I want this. Conor kind of just messed it all up for everyone, demanding everything, but Conor is a different special fighter, he backs up what he says. I gotta say it, and Rockhold messed up in his last fight. He took Bisping for granted, and look what happened to him. That's what you get for being cocky, so. Yeah, he doesn't deserve a fight, to fight for the belt right away. He needs to take another fight, with Jacare or supposedly now Yoel is fighting Bisping now that I guess the whole GSP thing isn't going to happen.
Yeah, let's forget about GSP with let GSP play around in 170. Stop playing these games with these crazy fights. What about Damian Maia I mean, we're gonna get into this a little bit more tomorrow, but let me get your thoughts on Damian Maia and the whole fight with Masvidal. Is he gonna fight Woodley? Now Woodley's like, well, you got to ask the champ before you announce a fight's gonna happen. What do you think about that? I mean, Tyron Woodley makes me nauseous, but what do you think about that whole situation?
You know, I wish fighters would respect rankings more. They do when it comes, time for them to wanting a fight and wanting them to fight a top level fighter. But when, it's about money, then it's a totally different game, But they were trying to climb that ladder too. They can't forget that, And so I think that Damian Maia deserves the next title shot, and Tyrone should not whine about it.
He is.
Maia did his thing, this past weekend, and a lot of people don't understand or appreciate the ground game, and they think, oh, it's just, so boring, and oh, you can't do that stuff to Woodley. He's gonna knock you out, But I think Maia did a good job with controlling octagon control in the fight, and that's why he got the win.
I know something horrible right now, Marlon. Really bad news. My tip jar was broken, so that's why, guys. Everyone was like, "Play the song." I'm like, "What are they talking about? We only have 30." I just looked, and we got fucking 49 hanging out with us. Oh my god, it's a disservice. Marlon, you want to sing along?
Sure.
Yeah. Marlon, we've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes. Yes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more
likes.
I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
All right.
So mean.
Oh my god, my tip jar is all fucked up. A lot of things went wrong tonight with the technic. I had a lot of technical difficulties with this episode of the MMA-Holes. It's very unlike
It was Mike's new microphone. See?
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. It's killing me. What do you think of the living room in the background? It's so professional, right? No one else has that. That's actually a backdrop. That's a green screen back there. That is an absolute. Yeah, it's a green screen. That's not even real. Oh, John's still on the screen. That's not even real. Yeah, that's all fake. Mm-hmm. It's amazing, right? Oh, we've lost it. Yeah, so I had no idea. I had a count. It shows me how many people are watching. We have 18 still watching strong. I was stuck. And, yeah, we're going to read a couple of comments from the chat, Marlene, and then we'll let you get back. You're at work today?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I'm on my lunch break.
Oh, awesome. Okay, we won't keep you too long. Let's talk to the chat room for a couple of seconds, because I know how much you love talking to that chat room, right?
Yes.
And you see anything in that chat room? Anything cool?
There's a lot of talk going on about the Mayweather and McGregor fight, and I got to weigh in on it.
Okay,
it is, like somebody said, I forgot who it was. It is I think it was Jay Smooth. It's just a cash grab fight. It really is. Somebody else had mentioned, which I agree. If McGregor could land a left, he hit so hard that he would do some damage to Mayweather, but boxing to me is more of a finesse sport, and I can't see McGregor beating Mayweather. Unless Mayweather stands and fights, I don't think McGregor has a shot because Mayweather likes to run around the ring. But you saw how fatigued McGregor got in the two Diaz fights. How's he going to last going, toe-to-toe with Mayweather?
Well, and you're the first person to say that Mayweather's going to win this fight. So everyone's been picking McGregor.
Yeah.
So no, I'm fucking with you. Yeah, he's an overwhelming favorite, McGregor. He's right, Marlon. If you had to put money on a fight, who would you pick?
I hate to say it, but Mayweather.
What? No. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a huge McGregor fan, and I know McGregor's going to win. But, yeah, I would pick fucking Mayweather, too. I mean, yeah, Mayweather, you got pound-for-pound GOAT. I mean, the only thing you could say is age, but...
But if Conor catches him...
Yeah.
Right,
I think the story of the fight would be with this. And Tim F. says, I agree with mysterious invisible guy. Yeah, I think the story of the fight would be, is Conor going to be able to last the 12 rounds? I think that's the story because a lot of people like Mayweather's going to finish McGregor. I just don't see that. I honestly don't. I think Mayweather could light him up very well, but I just can't see Mayweather finishing McGregor. I just don't see it. I don't know. Marlon, do you think that McGregor's going to get finished? I mean, I think we're all in agreement that McGregor's going to lose, but do you think he would get finished in that fight?
I don't think he would get finished. I think he would just get outpointed pretty badly, maybe exhaust himself, but even when Conor was exhausted in his, 2 fights with Nate Diaz, he still doesn't have that give up spirit. Maybe it's different with 12 rounds. Well, it's 12 3-minute rounds, so I don't know. But I mean, still, I don't think he would get knocked out. I think he has too much pride, especially if he's going to be stomping in someone else's territory. Darn well he's going to do everything he can to get that win.
And Jesus makes a good point. Conor only KOs midgets. God, I would love to see those guys fight boxing with small gloves. That's what I would like to see. Mm-hmm. MMA gloves with boxing rules. That's what I would like to see. Give me that. Okay, if Floyd Mayweather wants to fight have a fight and limit McGregor, that's fine. But you have to fight with 12-ounce gloves. As I blah, blah, blah. Look at my balls. So that's what I think, at least. All right, let me check out the chat one more time, and then Marlon will send you on your lovely way. I really appreciate you coming in on a lovely Tuesday night. It's wonderful, wonderful. They got to do Floyd, Conor. At this point, both guys want it a UFC only thing in the what? Oh, the way. Okay, I don't know. It was big letters and they all spread out and shit like that. But that's what Brian Roy just says. Floyd pillow hands ain't knocking out shit, is what Jay Smooth says. I tell you what, if Conor McGregor somehow finds a way to win that fight, I will celebrate with pots and pans outside and make a scene. I might stab a couple of people with excitement and joy. I don't think I would I would be so fucking happy if Conor McGregor could pull off.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm pulling for him, but in reality,
yep.
No.
I feel the same.
Thank you, Anthony. It's good though. I like this. I like having a third person just hang out here. Fuck it. Who gives a shit? It's a good time. Marlon, what do you think of the mystery voice? You like that? Soothing?
Well, it's very East Coast, so I don't know, soothing, but it's interesting and it's funny.
Now, if there are other women in the chat, what I want you guys to do is this: if you have a sound bar with a subwoofer, while Anthony talks, sit on it, and you will fucking finish. You'll finish, right, Anthony? Just start saying a nursery rhyme right now while someone sits on a subwoofer.
Lullaby and good night.
Good shit. There it is. That's wonderful, wonderful. Oh gosh,
wonderful.
Now, Marlon, are you going to replay this later on and try out the theory of Anthony's deep voice, or?
Why not? I am right after this.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on. Thank you for showing off the tits. I noticed that you put the camera in the right place. I appreciate that. Anthony's happy.
Damn it!
And have a great night at work. And we'll be live again tomorrow doing a recap of The Ultimate Fighter.
Okay.
You're working tomorrow night?
Yeah, I can come on for a little bit for sure and talk more about my trip. Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to get into, a little bit more about the trip. And we're going to talk about what happened in UFC 211, as well as The Ultimate Fighter and any news and all that bullshit. So thank you for coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you. You guys have a great night.
You too. All right, Marlon, she waves, and we bid her farewell. All right, that's a Tuesday night show. It was awesome. It was wonderful, wonderful. Anthony, any last thoughts on this lovely night?
No, I'm just reading what Jay Smooth put out there, that Floyd will decision him if Conor doesn't quit from exhaustion. And I think that's what you're looking at. I don't think you could condition yourself, or at least he can't, for that many rounds.
Yeah, I mean, Floyd, he's going to do his thing. And his thing, and he's even said it before. He said that he doesn't fight stupid. He fights to win. He doesn't fight to finish. He was a knockout artist in his earlier years. Now he's a finesse guy, and he's smart, and that's how he had a long career. And yeah, you run, you have a long career.
But that's not what people want to see. They want to see an all-out brawl. But
yeah, he's a bitch.
Look at the Pacquiao fight. You know, he ran around the ring the whole night.
Yeah. He picked apart Pacquiao pretty good, but yeah, that's the thing. Chicks dig the long ball, and chicks dig the knockouts, the KOs, and now I'm a chick, and I want to see a nice, fancy knockout. I want to see an old-fashioned knockout, whether it's boxing, MMA. Put them away, put them to sleep, finish the fight. I need an end to my fight. I don't want to see, although the exception to the rule would be watching Joanna Jędrzejczyk, UFC 211, watching her go 5 rounds and pick apart Andrade, to me, was a thing of beauty. It really was. And a lot of people complaining about that fight. But cliffhanger, we're going to be talking about that tomorrow. Tomorrow night on the Ultimate Fighter Part 5 recap show. Check us out tomorrow night. I'll be putting up a link, and you just all could jerk me off. It's going to be great. Any last thoughts, Anthony?
No, that's it. And I used to smoke. I quit about 3 years ago to answer Brian's question.
Yeah, if you want to see more Anthony on the show, let us know in the live chat or hear more of Anthony. And if the show is done and you're watching this on a replay, let us know in the comments. Keep the party going and flowing in the comment section, because I come back and I hang out with you guys and talk to you guys there. We'll have a show tomorrow night. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks to Pat Casey and Miguel Cuevas, Karen Wesh. Everybody, thank you for coming out. And always remember, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-hole. Yes!
Fuck me, Thomas.